Yo, 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 Mr. Skirty Skirt McBaint San.
Wow, that was a
How are you
combo of
doing
both of
today,
our
brother?
names. Brother, I would like to report that I am doing well. How are you doing?
That was the casual intro, the slow casual intro.
That's all right. Got to switch it up on them every now and then.
Yeah, I don't want to. If I come in excited every time, like Rob Dyrdek Factory or Rob
People are gonna
Dyrdek's, or
be
no, what's that
like,
joint?
"Oh,
Ridiculousness.
yeah, yeah, yeah."
If I come in like that
Pe-
every time, I don't want to always build that expectation. Sometimes I'm chilling.
right, and sometimes people might be like, you know what? There's no way these kids are this excited all the time.
I kind of am though. Like when it comes to getting
Yeah,
on
yeah,
here with
that's true.
you,
You
like
are, you are.
like I mean not all day, but like when it comes to like when I'm potting, I'm like, hell yeah, dude, best part of the
Let's
day.
fucking get it.
Like I get excited like putting the doc together and shit, like thinking about all the dope shit that we have to talk about.
Hell
um
yeah.
which you should, well, I guess, see, you're smart enough where you don't have to write things down. I have to write things down and I gotta have a doc, but I can just be
I
like,
wouldn't.
Johnny, talk about the Yankees, and you'll be like, okay, here's everything, here's an update.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say I'm smart enough to where I don't have to write things down. I think it's more of me just being lazy. But I also can I my memory's not that bad. Like I can remember somewhat well.
Yeah,
Um, but it
no,
is
I don't
nice.
do any remembering.
I will say since I started my new job, I have gotten in a habit of like making lists and stuff and just having like information in front of me like physically because it just helps a lot with like
Everything.
organizing my brain. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of the doc, it's quite a lengthy one today, but I don't know. I guess I did say we do some BSing first, so we don't have to hop right into it.
Yeah, I'm down to get some BSing in, dude. Would you get into this weekend?
We Friday night or Friday so Friday I got out of work early. I did myself a favor. I said, Kenny, Lex actually, she pushed me. She said, Kenny, it's gonna be beautiful on Friday. You should go play golf. And I was like, you know what, you're right, I should. So I wanted to get out a couple hours early. So I worked 13 hours on Monday instead of 11, and 12 on Tuesday instead of 11. 11 Wednesday, 11 Thursday.
Right.
And then I only worked until 2 on Friday. Had a 3:15 tea time. Played with 3 random dudes. They were all pretty cool.
Oh, you just went out by yourself? I thought you
Yeah,
were out with
yeah.
your went out with your boys or
Nah,
something.
none of my boys, cause like I don't really live near them, so it's not like near them when they get off work and shit like that. And they all would have had to get off work early.
Right.
So I mean, I that's kind of what I plan on doing, honestly, just going out like early Friday by myself and golfing. Like maybe TJ will want to, because the course I played at was actually probably like it was a half hour from me, but it was probably like 15 minutes from TJ's new house. He just bought a crib.
Oh, nice.
And it used to be a dump, but it's like they got new owners, and they're like completely redoing like every like the almost the entire course. Like not like they're keeping the course the way it is, but they are like completely redoing the greens and all the bunkers all around the greens. Like the general holes are going to be the same, but they're
Right.
completely redoing everything like around it.
That's how one of my old course at my old job, one of my courses was like that. We
Mhm.
were just trying to like build the reputation back and they put so much money into like redoing the course
Yeah.
and everyone like up until I left was like, yo, the shit you guys do with this course is nuts.
Yeah, I can see like some of the course like kind of sucked. We didn't hit off any of the actual tee boxes, which would suck. I mean, it wasn't that bad. You just fucking tee up.
Right.
But it was all like you're in the fairway. They just like spray painted the tee box and put the Johns on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they're redoing literally everything. One of the greens, like they were like actively like working on the greens, so they put the hole like maybe 50 yards in front of the green, like in the fairway, and it was just like shitty grass. Like there was no putting in there.
It's like impossible to putt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but it wasn't bad. And there was like towards the back, we hit a few holes where it was like done, and they're basically just like you could tell that the sod was like laid fresh and stuff like that. But it was like that was like there were some of the only like complete parts. And dude, it looked nice. It looked like pretty challenging. It was like extremely like hilly, even within the grass between bunkers. There was a shit ton of bunkers. It looked like it was gonna be pretty tough, but the dude was like, those dudes had all played there before, and the one dude was like, yeah, like with that, all that grass where I was just standing is all new. And that used to be all water, and now it's no water. I'm like, word, I love less water.
Yeah, that's
All about
great.
less
Helps
water.
your score. Helps my score.
I just
Helps
don't want to
everyone's
lose
score.
balls, dude. That's my
That
main
too,
goal, is
dude.
don't lose balls. And I didn't lose any, I don't think.
That's like the worst thing about golf, especially when you're like not like I obviously like we have money to buy golf balls, but it's like golf balls aren't cheap, dude. When you lose like 6 of
No.
them per round, it's like fuck. Especially like I got a bunch of golf balls for Christmas that had like cool little like things on them. Like I got 2 boxes that had like little pizza slices on them.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, excuse me. I was like, these are cool. Like I don't want to lose these. And then I get to a point where I'm like, all right, I want to use these golf balls. Let's try not to lose them. And I lose fucking 5 of them every time I play. I'm like, well,
Yeah.
fuck, there go my
Yeah.
good balls.
I
Back to
have
the nitros.
I had bought some golf balls. I forget what brand they are, but they're nice. They're the soft Johns. I like the soft ones.
Yeah,
I don't have
yeah.
like the matte finish on them. I bought a bag or a box of like neon yellow and a box of neon pink. And they were cheap. They were what 24 pack for or no 12 pack for like $20.
That's not bad.
And I was like, all right, these are like good balls. I'll use these, and I still have I think 2 sleeves of each.
That's not bad, dude. My
No,
go-to is the fucking you can get a 12 pack of nitros, which are like, I mean, for me, dude, they're fine. You know what I mean? For
yeah,
like $6. And because I'm like, I know I'm gonna lose these. I don't feel like spending money on good balls. I'll treat myself every now and then and get some like tailor mades, but I just fucking like once I until I'm like dialed in with
yeah.
my golf game, I'm just gonna use those.
Yeah, no, Costco has good golf shit. Like some people have like a 3 wedge set, and people are like these clubs are actually nice. Like I like the wedges.
Dylan has those. They're pretty nice.
And they have balls at Costco, and it's like a 36 or 48 pack, and it's cheap as
The
fuck.
Kirklands, right?
Yeah, I don't know how much it is, but
Yeah,
they're probably like 25 bucks.
yeah.
So I bought a box of those like when me and Lex, like one of the first times we were in Costco, I was like, I'm gonna go get balls. Just to have. And so I have those, but I haven't even literally used one of them yet.
Yeah.
Um, because I have a bunch of balls left over from last year. The club that was near my parents' house that I always played at Gamblers, they did a bag of 12 used balls for $12. So I would do
That's
that
not
all the
bad.
time.
Yeah, that's
And
not
like
bad at
they didn't
all.
sell like shit balls, like they were all like good balls, like it's like buying a refurbished fucking laptop or something.
That's like they so like the flea markets, the outdoor flea markets they have down here in
Yeah,
Myrtle Beach.
yeah.
You can go there, dude, and buy. They sell them in like the egg cartons, like the dozen egg cartons, and it's
Hmm.
like $7 for just like people will just go to courses, like fish out these balls from the ponds and stuff, clean them up, and then resell them. Like $7, dude. And you can get like Pro V1s, like
Right.
fucking really nice golf balls, Bridgestones for $7. So I was
Yeah.
doing that for a while, but it's kind of out of the way from where I live now.
Yeah. Nah, but that's a good move. I mean, but I didn't lose any balls when I went out. I think
That's a
I lost one, and it was because I didn't feel like going to get it. Like I literally could see it. I just didn't feel like riding over to
right.
get it. I was not having a good hole, and I was like, I'm just gonna leave that one there. I dropped another one and dropped it right on the green. I'm not even taking a mulligan.
Yeah, dude. And it's like the worst part is when you lose a ball that's like very findable. Like
Yeah.
sometimes in Myrtle Beach, like if you just catch the golf course on like the wrong day or something when the fairways aren't cut, your
Yep.
ball will land like a few inches off the right of the fairway in play and you can't fucking find it
Yep.
because the grass is too
Yep.
long. And it's so annoying.
Yeah, there was the one time I was playing at Gamblers right after it rained, and off the first tee box, I got under the ball too much, straight into the
Straight
ground,
up,
never found
straight
again.
down.
I saw
Yep.
it was a good shot. I because the first hole goes straight out and then it turns right, and I was right like on the turn, just like just on the other side of the cart path.
Yeah.
And I was like, perfect look at the green. I'll fucking drop that bad boy in there, and I'll putt for birdie because I'm nice with it. Yeah, nope, ball's gone forever. I'm gonna take a drop and then I'm gonna miss the green and then I'm gonna 3 putt, but it's okay.
Hey man, at least you're fucking putting it on the green and putting it out. You know what I mean?
Dude,
Like,
I was by far the worst one in my group this last weekend. Not by far, but I was definitely the worst. But my outs out of the sand traps were fucking nice, bro.
that's
I'm
always a good
nice
thing.
out of the sand trap, but booty like 10 foot like flop shots, like 10-foot flop shots, like
Yeah,
just
me
off the
too.
green.
Me too.
And just like honestly anything with my wedge, like that's in a like
What's your
I'd be sculling with my wedges all the time.
what's your wedge like? What's your wedge degrees like? What do you have regarding like your
56.
you just have a 56?
I think so, yeah. And a pitching.
Dude, I'm telling you, like go to like some fucking like a pawn shop or something and find like a cheap 60 degree. That helped me a ton, dude, with that, like those type of shots, because even if you skull it, like, I mean, you can still skull it and hit it 70 feet over the green,
Yeah,
but
I think
like
I used
there's
to
so
have
much
a
loft on it that it helps a lot with
I
that
used
type
to
of
have a
stuff.
60, but I left it. I loved it, dude, and I left it on a
Yeah,
hole, never to be found again. Now somebody else is loving it.
dude. So I had like a $10 60 degree that I got at one of those pawn shops in Conway, because it's left-handed clubs are so cheap because nobody
Yeah,
fucking buys them. So I bought that and I just had that in a pitching wedge for a while. And then for Christmas, Maggie's parents got me a 52 degree, and then Don got me a 54 degree. So I have like a whole complete wedge set now, and it's fucking awesome, dude. Like I literally will, if I have like a 5 foot like flop shot, I'll just grab like I would normally use my 60 degree, and you kind of have to like get under it and kind of
yeah.
have like a perfect swing every time. But now I'll just grab my 52 and just act like I'm putting and just bump and run it, and it has changed my game like immensely, dude. Like a 52 degree,
Yeah,
like 10 feet off the green, and just like kind of use like a putting stroke. It
yeah.
hits the ball perfectly every time. It's so nice.
Does it get under it like that though, or is it just like
It doesn't go up and
it's just
down.
like
It's
a
just
bump and
more of
run?
like a, yeah, it's like a bump and run, but it like gives you the
Yeah.
perfect distance.
I don't ever embrace the bump and run, but it's tough for me because look, my shots aren't dropping in on the fairway in front of the green and I just didn't reach. My shots are dropping all around the green in the rough. Like I'm usually not in a bump and run scenario.
Well, you don't even have to be on the fairway for that, dude. If you're just like, it's more of like distance. If you're like anywhere off the green, backside, front side, left, right, doesn't matter. If you're just like a certain distance off the green, use that, because your ball's going to get off the ground enough to where you're not going to duff it like you would with the 60 degree and then take another stroke 2 feet away. You're going to get it on the green and then it's just going to roll. So like the biggest part of my game, dude, was realizing, all right, get away from your 60 on those type of shots, and then just use the bump and run with your 52, because like realistically, you're not going to put your 60 degree from that far away on the hole. So
You
just
don't know me like
try and get
that.
it close. Well, I'm not, is what I'm saying. Like that's what I had to teach myself, because I'd always try
Yeah.
and get the perfect fucking loft shot and drop it right on the pin. So I was just like, dude, just use the bump and run. Sometimes I'll even use my pitching wedge, and just I actually learned this on TikTok, was just like grab your pitching wedge or your 52 and act like you're putting. Just use your putting stroke, but with that club, and it'll give you the perfect distance every time.
Hmm. I might
And
have to try. I'm gonna have to try
it
that
took a
out.
good amount of strokes off my game. It's just frustrating when I'm like, 75 to 100 yards off the green, and I'm like, I can't use my 52 because my 52 will go too far, and I have to use my 60, but my 60 is such a hard club to swing because you have to hit it fucking almost perfect every time. That's where I'm struggling right now. That and my fucking drives have been, I have such a
Dude,
bad slice that goes way left so bad, dude, and I think it's just like, I don't know what it is, but I got to figure it out.
um try like pausing at the top of your backswing. That
I've
helps.
I've I've tried that, but that
It
makes
feels
me lose
weird,
all power. Yeah, dude,
but
I
that
can't
doesn't
control that
matter,
shit
dude.
for
It doesn't you don't need power to hit it. Well, you need some power, but you don't need like that you don't need that like momentum. You know what I mean?
right.
That's what it is. Like when you if you come back and then swing like right away, like what I do, like and because we play baseball, like it's part of how we swing. But like the by the time the face of the club hits the ball, it's already open. Like the way that the
Right.
flex works and the way that like your hands are gonna like open up early. So if you pause up there and you make sure that like the face of the club is like coming through as your hips are turning, because too often I'll turn my hips first and then the face of the club comes through and that hits that it makes you hit it with an open face and then I
That's
slice
probably
it to the
exactly
right
what it
and
has.
you
Yeah.
slice it to the left.
Right.
Um, but this kid that I played with the other day, he was like, dude, just pause at the top and then it'll make you like have a better
Realign, kind of.
swing. Yeah, like your body will be more together when you come down. And I was like, all right. And I started hitting my shots a lot straighter, dude. My drive on 18 was fucking beautiful. It was like
Yeah,
one of the best shots of the day from everybody.
dude, that's my thing. Like, I don't do it like I don't do it like thinking, okay, I'm gonna swing like really hard on this drive. Like it's natural for me because of my baseball swing. Like I just
Right.
have the same amount of power on every swing because I've swung a baseball bat a million fucking times in my life, and I can't like get out of the adjustment of, all right, it's a golf ball. I don't have to
I
swing as hard as I
know.
do with a baseball
I
bat.
know. It's like it's so hard to get the concept of don't swing your hardest out of your head.
Yeah. And it's like, even when, all right, so this is my problem. When I do that, I'll be like, dude, I don't need to swing hard. So I'll like make the adjustment to not swing hard. And then it just throws all of my mechanics of my golf swing out the window. And I can't swing a golf club to save my life. Like if I'm like trying to like think in my head, don't swing hard and take power off any of my golf swings, like I can't fucking even hit the ball. So I just have one swing where it's like I swing hard and through, and like 7 times out of 10, I can hit the ball high and far and straight. But if I'm like a certain amount of distance off the green, I'm like, I need to take a little bit off this. I fucking chunk it.
Yeah.
Don't even hit the ball sometimes. Like
When I
that's the
swing too
hardest part
hard, I
about
never hit
golf.
the ball. I just whiff.
If But dude, I'm the complete opposite. If I go up to the ball and I'm like, I need to swing out of my shoes, I can hit the fucking piss out of the ball. Like, dude, there are times where Jake and I and his dad would play, and I would just be like, all right, I'm gonna hit this drive hard and straight because there's no water or anything on this side. And I'll just swing really hard, and I'll hit the ball too far and I'll lose my ball because it went straight and too far. And then I'll be like, next hole, I'll be like, all right, gotta take a little bit off because I got the fucking path of my swing down. I just gotta take some power off. And that's where it goes 3 holes over to the
Why
left
did you hit
where I
it too
duff it.
far?
It's just the fucking power that I swing with in my golf. Like I can't
But
calculate
how is
the
it too
amount.
far?
Like it goes like on a dog leg right or dog leg left. If the hole's not dead straight,
Oh
like
yeah,
my
yeah,
ball's
yeah.
going fucking into the woods or,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I can
yeah.
hit it far. That's my problem. I can hit the ball too far and really hard, but it'll go straight every time. Or I can hit the ball great distance, but it's going way left or way right. You know what I mean? Like I can't get both of those on the same plane.
Well, I think you should probably try to figure that out.
Yeah, that's why I got that golf game on my VR. So I'm kind of trying to figure things out.
Mm,
And speaking of baseball, Maggie and I we went to the batting cages over the weekend
yeah, yeah.
in Wilmington, and so they had like probably like 10 cages, 5 were baseball, 5 were softball. Maggie wasn't gonna do any, so I was just like, all right, we'll just get. It was like $10 for 10 coins, and one coin got you 12 pitches. So I was just like, I'll just do $10. It was actually pretty cool because they sold like beer and stuff there, and it was called like Bat and Beer or something like that. So you
That's
could go
pretty
there and
cheap,
drink and like,
dude.
yeah, dude, it was
ten
fucking
bucks to hit
awesome.
120 balls.
And dude, my last 3 or 4 coins, I was only doing it because I was like, oh, I have them. I might as well use them. I was done after like 5. Like I'm so sore right now. Like look at my
Yeah.
fucking hands, dude. Like I ripped up my hands and my thumb and shit. I had batting gloves on and everything. But I got in the cage. They had 45, 55, 65, 75, and 85. So I started out, I was like, dude, I haven't swung a baseball bat in over a year. We'll start in 75 and then I'll go up to 85, like once I get dialed in. Stepped in the first, like my first coin, didn't hit a single pitch, dude. 75 miles an hour, like to
Yeah.
me, like 5 years ago was nothing. That's like a fucking meatball. So I'm like, all right, dude, like with 75, I should be able to hit that. Just throwing gas. This machine was gassing me, dude. I was swinging, I'm not even coming close. So I was like,
Maggie's
all
over
right,
there fucking laughing at you.
yeah, dude, I got out of the cage the first time. She was like, and that was like the first time she's seen me play baseball. And I've been gassing my abilities up to her the whole time we've been dating. I'm like, dude, I'm pretty nice at baseball. Like I've played my whole life. Like I know what I'm doing. Got in the cage and just got shit on by a robot, dude. So the second time I was like, I got out. I was like, it's been a while. Second time I went in the 75 mile an hour cage and just fucking mashed, dude. And I was like, dude, I was hitting the piss out of the ball. And I was like, it's wild how like adjusting for baseball is so important because it's not like in golf you have to like your timing. I mean, you have timing on a swing, but like you're not timing something coming at you. You know what I mean?
Right, right,
So I
right.
like just in my head, like without even realizing what I was doing, I just like timed up the machine and I just started matching. So then I went into the 85 mile an hour cage and I was pretty much the same thing, like 10 miles an hour is not that big of difference unless it goes from
Right.
like, if I stepped in 95, I wouldn't be hitting shit, but 85 miles an hour is pretty basic for like high school standards. You know what I mean? But dude, I swung a baseball bat probably 120 times. Fucking my arms, dude. I shit you not. Every muscle in my body from like my chest down and all of my arms have been in serious pain for the past 2 days. Like It hurts to laugh, dude. I'm not like laughing right now hurts.
I won't make you laugh then. I'll
That's
keep it
not
serious.
possible, brother. Come on, yeah. We're on the pod, bro. We finna be laughing.
I don't even do giggles like that. I'm not even a comedian.
But dude, it felt really good to get in the cage and swing a baseball bat. I think I'm gonna start doing it more. We got a cage down in Surfside that I used to go to a bunch. It's
Yeah.
pretty close to me, so I'm like, I might start hitting that up just because, like, dude, I don't go to the gym like really ever. But if I was like going to the batting cage, I'd do that shit every day. I'd take 30 minutes on my lunch break to go swing 50 times at a batting cage and just get some fucking work in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It felt really good, but I made a nice little TikTok out of it. Got some videos on my swing. It was nice.
Atta babe. I finally got myself back in the gym today after a hiatus with a broken finger. I
Yeah.
didn't
How
even
was
do
your
shit.
finger?
It's good, dude. I play golf with it.
Yeah.
It hurts sometimes, like if I move it the wrong way or something, like, but for the most part, it's pretty good. It's a little fat still.
Yeah.
I played a
That'll
round of
that'll
18
happen.
without a splint, so I mean,
Did it hurt at all while you were playing?
yeah, a little bit, but not too bad. It's just like sore. I hadn't used it in mad long. Honestly, all my
Right.
fingers were sore the next day, and like my hands are like still kind of sore.
Yeah.
Just from like I don't
Makes
really use
sense.
those muscles too often.
Telling you, dude, you should get a fucking go to Dick's and get like a $50 wooden bat and some gloves and just hit the cage, bro. It's like you're not used like when you play a baseball game, you don't swing 100 times, right? But in golf, you
Right.
do. Like you like I shoot like a 105. I'm swinging probably more than a 105 because of like my mulligan and some missed strokes and stuff. But a baseball bat, bro, you forget how much heavier they are than golf clubs, dude. Holy shit! And you're like swinging out of your shoes pretty much every time.
Maybe I'll
You're
have
not just
Lex
like
pitch to
loft
me at the
shotting,
park.
but there you go. Hit some dingers off of Lex.
Yeah, Lex, can you help me boost my ego? I've been feeling bad lately. Just
Give
toss
me
me some
give me
meatballs.
some soft toss. Yeah. But
So I can
dude,
feel
so
like a man.
Friday we went to a comedy show in Wilmington,
Yeah.
and it was at like this little kind of like comedy cabana type indoor place. And we get in there, and the host comes up like when the show begins. And this might sound fucked, but I'm just like trying to paint you guys a picture. She was probably like 400 pounds and like super feminist. Like within the first like 15 seconds, she was making like jokes about how like all guys suck and all this stuff. And it was just like, dude,
Who was this?
I forget her name, but
The
it was
host,
just
you
like
said?
the host. Yeah, she was the host of the show. She
Right,
wasn't the
right, right.
headliner. Yeah, she was just the host. And so like I don't get offended by anything, dude. Anybody could make any sort of joke, and I will find a way to laugh at it. You know, even if it's like super dark. Like dark humor is my favorite. But it
Yeah.
was just like she was the first lady. The host was not funny. Like I was just like, dude, this sucks. And then the second girl came up and she was probably like our age. She's probably like a little younger than us, probably 22, 23. Also super feminist, but she worked at Trader Joe's and she was a barista at Starbucks, and she was fucking hilarious, dude. She was so funny. Like it's wild how like there's two different types of, more than two probably, but like the change of like type of feminism that they had, where she was like the second girl was kind of just like this chill, like almost like a Pete Davidson, but like a female vibe, and just like making jokes at like being bisexual and like how got like straight guys just assume that she's straight, but like she's not obviously. And then
Yeah.
the first girl was just like, ah, fuck man, fuck man, fuck man. And I was like, dude,
Yeah.
that's how you got to do it. Like you gotta
Yeah.
like make real jokes and not just be like shit on like men. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
because I mean it can be funny if you do it the
It
right
can be
way.
funny. And like guys are fucking clowns, dude. Like
Right, dude. Like if you
I
just set it up right, the guys will laugh.
yeah, because like the shit that guys do, like to try to get chicks and try to impress chicks, and like the assumptions that they make and how stupid they look sometimes, like just like on a general basis, like the shit that I see of like girls encounters with guys and like some shit that happens, just like, yeah, dude, you can definitely
Yeah.
make, and that's just like a fraction of what happens in the world. Like,
Right.
I'm sure there's plenty of comedy to be had in like guys like misogynistically like doing things like related like with females like trying to get with them and shit like that.
Right. You see that type of shit like pretty much every day on Twitter. Like there's
Yeah,
one or two
yeah.
cases of like I saw some today, but it was just like the first girl was not funny, and then the second girl was super funny, and she wasn't even the headliner. The headliner came on, and she was like, she's pretty famous apparently. Like I forget her name, but she was on like the late night show with Stephen Colbert, and like she got a pretty decent resume. And she got up there, dude, and there was like something off about her, bro. She was tweaking or something. She was like just I think she was coked out because she was like fucking the whole time like twirling her hair and like kind of just like being all like twitchy and stuff, and none of her jokes were landing. Like the crowd was pretty feminist, like because it was a feminist comedy show. Like obviously I didn't know that before we went. Maggie's roommate was like, I guess it was like her idea to go. So and I'm not gonna be like, no, I'm not going. It's a feminist comedy show. I'm
Right,
down to
right,
go.
right.
I'm down to do whatever. I don't give a fuck. And we were sitting front row,
As long as
and she
next
was
time we get to go to a super masculine feminist show.
not even that, dude. Like I prefer like my favorite style of comedy is like dark. Like
Self-depriving.
yeah, that too. I just like dark shit because I find stuff funnier when it's stuff that shouldn't be laughed about. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
I love when jokes break like the social norm barrier and stuff like that. Like, you know, 9/11 jokes, yeah, it's a tragedy, but it can be funny. Like
Yeah.
I can laugh at pretty much anything. And this lady was just like, dude, it was not like nobody was laughing at her jokes really. Like she got a few chuckles, but it was just so bad and it was so awkward. Like that was my first experience as like an audience member to see like a
Somebody
stand-up comic
bomb.
bomb. Yeah, and it was so awkward because we were sitting literally front row. Like I had my feet up like resting on the stage. That's how close we were.
You should have put them
Um
all the way on the stage. Wait.
they were. My heels were on the stage. I was leaning back, dude. They had this one beer. I was getting drunk as fuck, dude. I think I had like 4 IPAs in the matter of like an hour and 20 minutes that we were there. And Maggie had 2 glasses of wine, and I spent $20 on drinks. It was nuts. But
That's nothing.
and also, dude, the beer that I had was fucking amazing. It was like a blonde, like mocha beer, but
Okay.
it wasn't like too coffee heavy. It tasted like a really light blonde beer with a hint of like
I
coffee.
was just gonna say
And
that's
I
because
was
it
like,
wasn't like a stout or like
yeah,
and
it
that's what
wasn't a
most
stout,
mochas are.
dude. Oh my God, it was so fucking good. I was just
That
like, the
does
guy
sound
kept
good.
coming over and he was like, you want another one? I was like, bring it on, brother. Just keep feeding me because I'm
Yep.
gonna need something here to start laughing at these jokes.
This chick is bad. You hear this?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Keep them coming.
But we left and everyone like Matt, it was me, Maggie, her roommate Katie, and our friend Candace. And all of us were like, yo, that last lady, the headliner, was tweaking because that was fucking it was just
Horrendous.
weird, dude. Yeah. But it was a good time overall. It was weird to be like part of like an audience to see like somebody bomb like that because it was just awkward. Like I felt like I had to be laughing at these jokes because
You're
it's
sitting in
like
the front row.
yeah, and it was just not happening, dude.
Dude, I went to a comedy show once by accident. We went, me and some of my boys tried to go to Top Golf, and the wait was so long. So like, fuck it, let's just sit at the bar. This like group of ladies comes up between like 30, 35, 40, I don't know, years old, I don't know, older than us. Um, and they're like, yo, do you guys want to go to this comedy show? Like, we got some extra tickets. It's like our friend's birthday, blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, whatever. So like we go in, like we do some shots with them before the show starts, and then we're sitting at the comedy show, and all the girls are fucking hammered, and they're like heckling everybody that's on stage. It was so embarrassing, bro. Because like then like the comedians like at one point like one of the comedians like started calling him out for heckling, blah blah blah, and I was just like, yeah, I don't want to be here with these people.
Yeah, that's the worst, dude. Like I love stand-up comedy. I watch pretty much all like my favorite comedians on Netflix and stuff. Like I'll watch it 4 times over. But like if I'm ever in the audience and somebody's like why would you I don't understand it, dude. Like their job, like they are professional comedians. Like you're not gonna win, bro. Like
Right.
why are you heckling a comedian? Like they're gonna roast you and embarrass you. Like just go to the show and enjoy what they have to say. Like you're not part of the show.
Yeah,
I've
yeah, yeah,
never
yeah.
seen a successful heckle ever.
Nah,
It's
nah.
just weird.
Yeah, it was. I didn't like it. I was like, come on, guys. I thought just that we were just gonna come here and laugh, and I did laugh. And you guys make
when
me
you
feel bad for coming here now.
yeah, if you go to one and like MK and I went to one right before the pandemic started in 2020, and it was at the comedy club in Broadway at the beach, and it was fucking hilarious. Such a good time. And that was my first comedy show, and I was like, damn, dude, like this is even better in person. Like I've seen so many Netflix specials, but it's like just better to be here in person, like part of the show. Nobody heckled. Like they're even like the fucking openers were funny. Like the main headliner guy was he was like a fifth grade teacher. That's why MK was going, because it was like she listens to his podcast of like him being a fifth grade teacher. So I was hesitant at first. I was like, dude, I'm not gonna find that funny. Like, not to be a dick, but that's just not my. She was like, I'll buy you a ticket. You buy the drinks, and we'll be good. So we went and had a blast. It was funny. And after that, I was like, damn, I need to start going to more comedy shows.
Yeah.
But it was it's always an experience, dude. But you just gotta, I don't know. It was just weird. It was weird being front row at somebody that wasn't funny.
All right, you want to stop talking about shitty stand-up and talk about the MLB?
Do I?
We're back, baby.
The MLB is back again like we never left. MLB, that's to the death. Dude, it's been an interesting little like quick spring training. I feel like so normally the regular season should be starting in like a week if we were on schedule, but we're not. So it's going to be starting April 7th. But spring training baseball has been a delight. I think the whole daylight savings time has added to the whole vibe of like
Yeah.
just like we're getting into summer, spring
Yeah.
is starting. It's still like light out now. It's almost 7 o'clock. It's still light out. Baseball is back. It's just dude, inject it straight into my fucking
Yep,
veins,
dude. The
dude.
weather's starting to be nice, bro. It's the vibes are good all around.
Vibes are good all around. Very excited for the next few
Um,
months.
so I want to talk about some changes to the rules from last year with the new agreement.
Okay,
No more 7 inning doubleheaders. Love
love it.
that. We're playing full games. I
Yep.
used to fucking bitch and moan about playing the Mets in 7 inning doubleheaders because we didn't get to make their bullpen blow a save and they'd beat us in seven. You'd see fucking Jacob DeGrom for all 7 innings.
Yep.
So love that. Um, no more starting with a guy on second in extra innings.
Love
Love
that.
that. Love
Love
that.
that. I saw something because dude, I think the concept of that isn't bad. I just think the way they did it before, like if anything, play 2 extra innings, regular baseball. If
Right.
nothing happens after that, throw a guy on first base. You're still gonna have to. You can't just bunt a guy over if he's on
Right.
first. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because if there's a guy on third with 1 out, you're fucked. Like you pretty much have to be perfect for the next 2 outs for that not to happen. Put a guy on first base, run it like you usually do. You know that gives them the option to steal second base. You still have the option to throw him out. Like it's a more level playing field.
Yeah.
Plus, you've already had 2 innings of extra inning regular baseball. Nothing's happened. It's like overtime in hockey, dude. All right, let's go to a shootout after what? How many is there? 2 overtimes and then a
No, it's just
shootout,
one. They do a 5 minute period. It's 3-on-3.
and then after that it's a shootout. It's pretty
Yeah.
much the same thing, which
Except
I get.
not in playoffs. In playoffs, you keep playing 5-on-5 forever until somebody scores. But
Jesus
it's
Christ.
first goal. So it's not like you play 20 minutes and then you score 4-4 in the first period or overtime. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
But they don't want you
I
don't want to end a fucking playoff game that's going to decide a series, eat 3-on-3 or in a shootout.
right, right. That makes
Like
sense.
earn it, you know?
And the way that MLB was doing the whole guy on second base was still like the way they played the playoffs like last year. Like if they
Right.
went into extra innings, they would just throw a guy on second base, get him home. You have 3 out. Like, dude, the guy has to
Yeah,
get
that's
less
so
bases than
bad.
there are outs that you have to get. It sucked.
Yeah.
It just wasn't baseball. But
Well, they got
I'm
rid of
glad
it,
they took
thank
it away.
God.
Yeah.
And then universal DH forever, right? We had that last year, so that's not really a change from last year, but it's forever.
Oh, they
DH.
didn't have it in the NL, did they?
I thought they did last year.
No, this is the first year they're gonna have it because Luke Voigt just got traded to the Padres like for that reason.
I thought they had it last year, or the year before. One of the COVID years, I thought we had a universal DH.
Nah, the AL it's always been a thing, but the NL's this year is gonna be the first time.
And then the last thing is that I don't know how this wasn't a thing before, but I saw that it's like officially a thing. that they're going to use the minor league to test out new rules, which is good because then number one and number two that we talked about with the 7 inning doubleheaders and the man on second, they would be like, oh, you know what? This is terrible. We should just play real baseball.
Right.
But then again,
Um,
maybe not enough people give a fuck about the minor league, so there's not going to be as much of an uproar about it.
well, they did so last year or 2 years ago, they did they tested like robot umps in like low minor leagues.
Yeah,
Which honestly, dude, like after I don't know how long, I know the umpires have a union, so I don't know like what that's gonna be like, but I could see robot umps like calling balls and strikes eventually.
yeah,
I think last year it was pretty bad with like you can see, especially now how they have like the box on the
yeah,
strike zone, and you can see where pitches are
yeah. And you can see where
located
they
and what
hit. And they have 3D versions where you could see like if he just
the
caught corner
path.
of the plate
Yeah.
within the strike zone, or if he was
Yep.
in the strike zone the entire way through the plate.
Yeah, and I think that's really opened up a lot of people's eyes to like how bad umpires can be, and like it's not their fault all the time, dude.
Nah,
Like that's a
dude, them
really
pitchers are
hard
throwing
job.
gas, dude,
Yeah, you're
and they
telling me
got
you can
crazy
see a
room on
102
their
mile an
shit.
hour fastball, like two seamer cutting inside, like, bro. The average person couldn't tell you what they're fucking seeing. It just becomes a white blur after a certain point. You know what I mean?
You're just guessing.
Obviously, like, yeah, they're
And then the
trained and
catchers are
stuff,
framing
but
shit. Like, yeah, wherever the catcher
yeah,
put it, that's good.
yeah, dude. And the robot umps calling fucking balls and strikes would completely eliminate catcher framing, which would be good, I think, because it's deceiving. It's not like an actual. I mean, obviously now you're going to take advantage of it and
Yeah,
use like you're going to frame pitches, but it's just not something that baseball needs. But yeah, and then there was the pitch clock, right?
I don't know.
They implemented a
I
pitch
think
clock, I
so.
think, and they're also banning shifts, infield shifts, which is kind of nice. I like that. I don't
Yeah,
think a fucking shortstop should be playing shallow right center field. Play your fucking position, dude.
yeah, it's interesting because then
But
it's like, how far can you shift?
I think the rule is you got to be in the dirt, and the two middle infielders can't be on like second base is the meet. You can be as close to second base as you want, but you can't be on the other side of it, which is good. That's the position, dude.
You
That's
have
not.
to
That's
be
like
on the
saying,
dirt.
yeah,
You can't even be on like the shallow outfield.
no, because it's like, I mean, dude, think about how deep like the dirt goes on a Major League Baseball field. It's probably like a good 25 feet between the line of the infield dirt and like the rounded part on the backside. Like it's deep, dude.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
I get hitters are hitting balls harder a lot harder than they have been, but like you got to play your position, bro. You can't be you can't have five outfielders just because this guy like hit, you know what I mean? And people are saying, "Oh, just hit the ball the other way," but like
Yeah,
they
but
don't
if you're
realize how
playing
fucking hard
shallow
that is to do.
outfield versus like in the infield, you're not gonna be robbing extra home runs, right?
That's not the point of it though. The point of that is to take extra base hits away because this like Joey Gallo hits 85% of his batted balls to the right side of second base. So they're just putting more people out there to stop any. Well, I mean, strategically, it's a good idea, right? And
Right, right, right. But why does it matter how deep they are? Like, I get it, if you're deeper, you could have more range, but like,
because it stopped like if you go deeper, like so Jose Altuve or Carlos Correa on the Astros, they had a shift where Correa is playing shortstop, he would be playing where the second baseman would normally be, and Altuve would be like fucking 20 feet in front of the right fielder. And it's
right,
like
no, no,
that's
no,
just
yeah, yeah. I
stopping.
get that, I get that, I get that. But if you're okay, so now or Correa isn't allowed on that side of the baseball field anymore.
Right.
So if Altuve still wants to play fucking in front of the right fielder and just leave a big fat hole there, like I feel like that's kind of on you, right? But if you're a shortstop and now you're confined to that this half of the infield, why can't you just play like on the outfield grass if you want?
I mean, I guess it's probably has something to do with if a ball's in front of you. If so, say Altuve is playing like in front of the right fielder, right? A ball that hits in front of him, he's going to field and hold the guy to a single. If he's a ball that's hit that would normally be a double if he wasn't there, you're taking bases away from somebody that shouldn't even be playing that. Like that's not a position. You know what I mean? Like a
Yeah, yeah,
second
yeah.
baseman has to play second base. It's not playing like a rover like they do in softball.
But why can't he play deep second base?
Well, deep second base would be on the line of the outfield grass and the infield grass. That's
We
that's
got extra deep second base.
10 years ago, dude, that was a shift. Like you'd play deep in your position. Like first base would play deep behind the bag. Third base would play deep behind the bag to stop any hard hit balls. If you got a guy on second and third and you're trying to stop the run from scoring, you'd play in on your position because you want to field the ball as fast as you can. That's what shifting is, not fucking setting 5 people in the outfield to stop anything from hitting the ground. Plus, I saw games from so I was watching highlights and stuff from the early 90s when I was watching old Yankees highlights before the team started shifting like that. And it just adds a lot more action to the game, dude. More people are getting on base, more people are getting thrown out, runners are taking more chances of snagging a second base or something that would be a single, with the shift could be a double if there was no shift. And that's just adding more action to the game that's already 3.5 hours long. So I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, me too. The Phillies, they signed a few people.
Phillies had a good offseason, dude.
They got Familia and Brad Hand from the Mets. Well, they didn't. I mean, they signed them, but they were both on the Mets last year. I mean, they both had good seasons, but they were both bad with the Mets. But maybe it's just the Mets. Maybe
I
it's
think that's just a
Phillies
Mets
too.
thing. I don't know. Yeah.
But hopefully they'll add something to our bullpen because that's what we need the most. And then we got Nicky Boy, Castellanos, and Kyle Schwarber, dude. No
it's
defense,
nice, dude.
but we can hit dingers.
Did you watch any of the game today?
Nah.
Oh, dude, it was bad. Fucking Reese dropped a pop fly that landed in his lap. Twitter. Yeah, he dropped a pop fly. There were the Phillies had 3 or 4 fielding errors that were probably should have been outs. And the fucking booth was just yeah, I guess the I forget his name, Dave something, the guy who makes the Phillies teams or the GM,
yeah, Dave
maybe.
Dombrowski, I think, or something like that.
He was he's been part of organizations before where he just tries to make a team that slugs past a bad defensive team. He's he believes that he can slug out a team that plays bad defense, and that's kind of what he's making here with the Phillies. And then they proceeded to make 2 or 3 errors, and everybody's just I mean, I guess we'll have to see.
Yep.
But we'll see.
Yeah, dude, I would have liked to land Chris Bryant, and he was between us and the Rockies. Went with the Rockies.
Mm-hmm.
But that would have been a nice signing, I think, on both sides.
The fucking Rockies don't have a clue about what they're doing, dude.
Nah.
They offloaded Trevor Story. They got rid of Nolan Arenado. They're 2 franchise guys within 2 years. Wouldn't trade Trevor Story when they could have gotten value out of him 6 months ago. And now they're all right, we're clearly rebuilding. Probably going to be one of the worst teams in baseball. Yeah, let's sign Chris Bryant to a fucking $200 million contract with nobody else. Why not? Dude, they're such a poorly run organization. It makes me laugh.
Yeah.
They're so bad, dude. And then the fucking Yanks, bro. I went through a roller coaster of emotions with this Yankees offseason because, I've said on the pod before, I wanted Correa, I wanted Matt Olson. Even Freddie Freeman was linked to the Yankees for a while. So I was holy fuck, dude. We could ball out, be the Yankees, be the evil umpire. And then we traded away Gary Sanchez and Gio Urshela for Josh Donaldson, who we're paying $50 million a year, and Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, who honestly, I'm excited about him now that I know we're not getting Correa or Story or any of these big super free agent guys, because our prospect that we have on his way up is the fucking 4th ranked prospect in baseball. I've seen a lot of him this spring so far, and he looks like an absolute stud. So I'm excited about him. But Kiner-Falefa is won a Gold Glove. Not a bad hitter. Athletic. Yanks needed a guy like that because we're too big right now. We just go for home runs. The only thing that bothers me is how good the AL East got in this offseason, and the Yankees didn't do much. We got Josh Donaldson. He's a former MVP. He's a good baseball player. Great at third base. Falefa, I guess we'll have to see. Just got to stay healthy, dude. If we can stay healthy, I'm happy. We were a 92-win team last year with everything that went on. We re-signed Rizzo. He's a great defensive first baseman. He's no Freddie Freeman, though, which we could have had. fucking Falefa's no Correa, which we could have had. Granted, that would have stopped Volpe from coming up, but it's gonna be, dude. The AL East is, I would say the AL East and the NL East are the two divisions this year to watch. I think those are gonna be the most entertaining divisions.
Yeah, because the Dodgers are too fucking good.
Dodgers are probably gonna be in the World Series. They're probably the best team in the NL. Maybe the Braves, I would say. But who knows? Third team coming off a World Series, they've unloaded a few guys, but they still have fucking Ronald Acuna, who's
Yeah.
an MVP caliber player. They have Matt Olson for like 8 years now. They've got a good pitching staff. They're a good team, dude. And the
Yeah.
Mets just fucking unloaded. Like, dude, the baseball is going to be awesome to watch this year. I'm excited.
I think the Marlins are gonna be good, dude.
They're going to be good for the Marlins. I don't think they're going to be. I think they win maybe 80 games. I don't think they're going to be
Yeah, that's
anything
fair.
threatening.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I don't think they're gonna be threatening either. They're not gonna make the playoffs, but I think they're gonna
No.
be a solid squad.
I think they're going to be better than the Marlins of the past like 3 to 4 years.
Because they were starting to get nice towards the end of last year, dude. They have good young pitching. They have some good young talent. They just signed Jorge Soler.
Yeah.
Like,
Jazz
not too
Chisholm is a
shabby.
stud. Like
Yeah.
they got some good pitching. They're going to be a good team. I think they're still a bit away from being obviously a contender in the division that they are. But they're on the up and up. I think
Facts.
it's tough right now to be a rebuilding team in the NL East when you have the Mets and Steve Cohen's bitch ass and the Atlanta Braves coming off a World Series and they're loaded.
So, what do you think about Aaron Judge not being vaccinated?
I mean, dude, it kind of just like, I don't think it's going to have any effect on whether he plays or not in Canada. I think by the time
No.
opening
He's
day
not allowed
comes
to
around,
play in New York right now. As the way it stands right now, he's not allowed to play in New York.
I know, but I think he's either gonna get vaccinated
That's
or
what he was
something's gonna
saying, right?
change. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's not gonna allow himself to not. He's not like, he doesn't have a Kyrie stance on it, dude. You know what I mean? He's not that like dedicated to not getting the vaccine, because I think
Yeah.
now there's like enough information out about the vaccine where he's not like, okay, I think it's pretty fair to say that it's fairly safe to get vaccinated.
I don't know. There's a lot of side effects.
I mean, I'm fine.
That's
I
true.
might be a dumbass, but I'm fine. But it's just like, dude, the whole like New York and their fucking mandates
I
are
know,
it's
dude.
so
It's so
fucking
bad.
annoying, dude.
It's
It's
so
so annoying.
bad.
Like, dude, it's fucking, I don't know how many times I have to say it. It's not the fucking Black Plague, bro.
Nah,
Like,
dude.
it's a
The
minor cold
governor
at
or whatever
most
the
for
fuck
most
his
people.
name is of New York, he's fucking dumb as shit, bro.
Yeah,
He's so bad.
yeah, and he's ruining a lot of things for a lot of people, dude.
Yeah.
It's really frustrating. But I think Judge is the type of person he's not going to let it affect like his career as a
I
Yankee or
agree.
a Major League Baseball player. I think
I
he's going to do what
agree.
he has to do to be on the field at all times. I think he's going to get an extension within the next few weeks. And I'm going to say it, dude. I think he's going to be the next captain of the New York Yankees. I think he
Yeah,
deserves it.
I think he does too.
He's a
Given
top
like his
five player in
tenure,
baseball.
like
He's got,
frequently, like pretty much every year, he's like when he's hurt, but like that happens. You get hurt, but like when he's healthy, he's pretty
and
solid.
dude, it's not even like his injuries have been things that are like, like his one major injury, like he got hit by a 99-mile-an-hour fastball on the wrist. Like, there's nothing you can do about that. That's not
Yeah,
like him, like, tweaked his hammy, or it's not a matter of him like not being able to stay healthy. He just has like these freak injuries like that where it happens.
yeah,
I remember last year against the Red Sox, he fucking slid into second base head first and like dislocated his finger. It's not like a internal body problem. It's just like these things happen to him. Dude, he's the face of our franchise. He's fucking amazing with the media. He does a lot for the community. Like, he's literally like Derek Jeter, dude. Like, he's
yeah.
just a great person overall, and he's a stud on the baseball field. Resign him, name him our captain, make him a Yankee until he retires. I don't know how. Like, there's no argument there. And I see people on Twitter like, oh, trade Judge now, trade Judge. Like, dude, I'm so glad that Yankees Twitter doesn't run this team, because I would literally not be a fan of this team anymore. Like,
Yeah,
it's so
well, if
frustrating to
any
see some of that shit.
franchise's Twitter ran their team, they'd be in fucking
Some of
shambles.
some of them do. You'd be surprised, dude. Some of them do. A lot of teams make decisions based off of public opinion on social media and stuff, like probably the Rockies, where it's like, dude, because a lot of the owners in MLB aren't in it for baseball. They're just in it for money, which, makes sense if you're a billionaire, but they
Yeah,
just make moves based off of what's going to make them the most money. Like Chris Bryant is going to bring people to Coors Field, put people in seats, which then brings
put
people to
jerseys on
buying
their
vendors and
backs.
put jerseys on their backs. And it has nothing to do with building a better baseball team. It's all right. What big name can we get on our team to make us some money?
Yeah,
That's all it is.
yeah. How long did Chris Bryant sign? Like,
I think like 6 years, 6 or 7 years, dude.
so this might be the
Yeah.
end of his career.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think he's only like 28 or 29, but he's not going to be playing third base at 36 years old.
Yeah, Philly should trade Nicky Boy for Chris Bryant. Like Nicky Boy and maybe something else.
Nah, dude, you want Castellanos over Chris Bryant all day. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Castellanos is a fucking stud. And he's going to bring you that, like, locker room culture.
Yeah,
Like, you
he
just
is, dude.
need
And he
that.
likes
Yeah.
Philly. And I think Schwarber's
Yeah.
kind of the same way.
Dude, him and Bryce Harper in the outfield, and I don't know who your center fielder is, but
I don't know who it's going to be either. They re-signed O'Doable, which is like, there's like mixed reviews about that because he's like a,
yeah,
what's it called? Convicted woman beater.
yeah,
Domestic abuser.
domestic abuser.
So a lot of people didn't like that.
And then along with, I know Didi's like fighting for a spot in the infield. You got Segura, you got Reese.
Segura.
Who's that third base?
Got Reese.
Alec Boehm.
Yeah, but he went down at the end of last year because his defense sucked dicks.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Came up. Yeah,
that's a problem. You need you
we
need like
have,
an elite defender at third
Torreyes
base
too at middle infield.
Yeah, he's a good utility guy. He's never going to be a starter on an MLB team though. Like, he's not a guy you want to start. I loved him as a Yankee. He was a great like pinch hitting, defensive replacement late in games, but he's not starting caliber.
He might be. He just doesn't hit dingers. He's like a slap hitter. Like,
well, that's not even that.
Kind of guy.
Yeah, it's just like his overall game is not that of like somebody who can go out every day and play 9 innings consistently and be a consistent player. But if you want to throw him in for 3 innings every other day, get him in a pinch hit situation where you need to advance base run or something. Like, he was the perfect guy for pinch hit in the extra inning with a guy on second, because he's going to get that run across, dude, no matter what.
Right.
He's going to bloop a single over second base or over shortstop, and the guy's going to score. That's why I fucking loved it. I was bummed when he left the Yanks, dude. I was like, damn. Him and Tyler Wade, who's on the Angels now, he was on the Yankees for so long, and nobody liked him because he was so bad. And then by the end of last year, like the second half of last year, he just went crazy, stealing bases, getting hits, like just being super clutch, bunting down the line against the shift. And I was like, yo, like, finally, Wade is coming through, coming together. He's going to be a great utility piece for this team. And then the Yankees were like, see you later. See you later, Stinky. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? It's like, we need to be a more athletic team, and you get rid of the one athletic guy on the team. How does that make sense?
I don't know. It doesn't really make sense.
I think that's good MLB discussion.
Yeah, next week we'll have to get on here and talk about like some preseason bets. Like, look at like some team win totals like from FanDuel and like make some predictions.
I have a question for you.
Hit
and
me.
Don't feel obligated to say yes, because I know fantasy baseball is not everyone's cup of tea. You are?
In Jordan's league?
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm in that league, but my friend from home just hit me up like 10 minutes before we got on. I was like, hey, I'm starting a Yahoo Fantasy Baseball League, $20 buy-in if you want in. So I was like, yeah, dude, like, fuck it, I'll join. Like, can't say I'm going to be the most consistent like player, but $20, fuck it, why not? But I joined the league and noticed there's only 3 people in it right now. So if you want in, I'm sure I can sneak you in.
Yeah, I'd be down.
All right. Don't feel like you have to. Like, if you don't, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we're just trying to fill the league, but
yeah.
I think the draft is Friday at 7 p.m.
Oh, this Friday.
Yeah. Because, dude, opening day is coming up pretty quick. It'll be pretty much the end of March by the end of the week.
I think that our draft for that league with Jordan, I think, is April 4th.
Yeah,
Um,
which I kind of like because it gives you a better idea of final rosters and
yep,
free
yep,
agency still going on. Trades could happen, but
yep, yep. But whatever.
we'll see.
Bouncing on to the Premier League. I honestly don't even know what happened recently. They didn't play this weekend, but I'm just gonna hit us with an updated table. We got actually the last time City played, they drew with Crystal Palace 0-0. Um, I don't think they scored against Crystal Palace at all this year. They played them twice. They've no goals against Crystal
No
Palace.
goals against Crystal Palace. Not
Yeah,
great.
that's pretty crazy for Crystal Palace because they've got like
Yeah,
5+ goals against everybody else.
yeah, yeah.
But City are at the top with 70 points. Liverpool have 69. So I mean, we both had 29 games played, dude. Heating up. It's hot. It's not heating up. It's hot at the top.
Shit is hot. The block is hot.
And then Chelsea are in third with 59, 28 games played. Arsenal have jumped into fourth with 54, 28 games played. Tottenham,
Arsenal, dude, securing that Champions League
and
spot.
they've
Who would
been
have guessed
winning
that at the
games,
beginning of
dude.
the
It's been
season?
they've been having 1-goal games, right? Like 3-2, 2-1, 1-0. But
Yeah,
hey, 3 points is 3 points. You're getting it done.
yeah, man.
I like Arsenal, dude. He's texting me, he's all hype. He's telling me how good Martinelli is gonna be next year, blah blah blah. I'm like, all right.
We'll see. They
Congratulations
are
on
they
your
are still
Champions League
Arsenal,
ball.
dude. You never know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They could fucking collapse and end up seventh place by the end of the year. You never know.
Yeah. Tottenham are fifth at 51 points, Man United in sixth with 50, and then West Ham in seventh with 48. So it's kind of close between Man U, Tottenham, Arsenal for that 4 spot. But I mean, Arsenal only have 28 played, and they're 3 points clear of Tottenham already. So I mean,
The block is hot, man. It's gonna be a
block is hot.
fun little like ending to the
Run to
season.
the
It's coming
end.
up quick too.
Yeah, they play 38, so we got like 9 games left. So in the FA Cup, City, Liverpool, Chelsea, and Crystal Palace all advance. City get Liverpool, Chelsea get Crystal Palace in the semis. City have a horrendous April. I think they start
Yeah.
with Burnley, and then they get Atletico, and then they get Liverpool in the Premier League, and then they get Atletico leg 2, and then they get Liverpool in the FA Cup,
Oh my god, dude.
and then they get
That's gonna put the
Brighton,
boys to the test.
and then they get somebody else.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, I
And
mean
it's
that's
quick.
gonna be
It's like
entertaining football.
it's like weekend game, Champions League Tuesday, Wednesday. Weekend game, Champions League Tuesday, Wednesday. Weekend game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like they're back to back to back. And that's the thing. I don't know who Atletico gets between the Champions League fixtures, but Liverpool's gonna get Villarreal for Champions League between the Premier League and FA Cup semis.
Right. Hey, I mean that's entertaining as a City fan. You're gonna get some
Yeah,
good games
dude.
to watch,
Get
but it's gonna be tough.
fucking just get informed, hit your stride, please. Our last game was a 4-1 win against Southampton in this weekend in the FA Cup. And now we get like a week and a half off or something like that. Until I think I don't know when we played Burnley our first game, but it's not until April. So we got at least 9 days.
Kind of
Um
rest up and hit your
yeah,
stride.
yeah. Like we just put 4-1 on Southampton. That's not bad. We had Zach Steffen in goal. Like Ederson wasn't starting.
Yeah.
Get healthy, dude. Get some fucking vibes. Get some camaraderie, dude. Get some of that Eagles underdog juice that from the Super Bowl run.
Yeah. Dude, hey man,
That's all it
now's the
is. Have
time.
the vibe, dude.
Yeah, now's the time, bro. Now
Yeah.
is when you want to start hitting that stride. Like it's down to
This
pretty
month of
much the
April
last
is
stretch
gonna
of the season.
define our season.
Yeah. Yep.
Because we're either moving on or not moving on in the Champions League. Same in the FA Cup. And if we lose to Liverpool, they will jump us in the league.
Yeah. Wow, that's gonna be I'm gonna watch that game. That's gonna be an awesome game.
Yeah,
That's exciting.
it's gonna be a good month.
We
of
might have
September.
to have Reed on either before or after that game, just so you guys can chat it up.
Nah,
Talk some smack, some smilly smack.
nah. I
Maybe
don't
hit the
talk
Millie
smack.
Rock.
And whenever I talk smack, my teams always lose. So I just try to stay positive.
Just shut the fuck up.
Yeah. If I talk shit, we
Uh,
lose. So I just try to do the opposite of that.
yeah, that's fair.
Unless you're a Cowboys fan,
Then I'm
then
talking all this
then you can
shit.
get the smoke.
Yeah, 100%. You deserve all the smoke.
Um, Hopping into Champions League. I don't even fucking remember the last matchups from whatever we were supposed to talk about. Don't care.
We
We're gonna
talked
talk
about them,
about.
didn't we?
I think we didn't talk about the last set of games.
Oh no. We just talked about the Real week.
Yeah. But the week after that we didn't cover. But fuck them, because I didn't watch any of those games, so I got nothing to say.
Nah, me neither.
But we're on to what is this? Ooh, round of 8. We got Benfica and Liverpool on the one, and Bayern and Villarreal. That's the one side of the bracket. So there's no draws, I guess, for the remainder of the way. Like the bracket's set.
Right.
And the other side is Man City, Atletico, like we just talked about, and then Chelsea, Real Madrid.
It's going to be a good slate of games. I think
Yes,
Bayern
it
and
is.
Liverpool probably have the easiest
Definitely.
route to the semis, but
Definitely. I'd be surprised if those two don't meet in the semis.
yeah.
And then, I mean, if they do win in the semis, you know you're going to get a good final, because all the teams on their side of that bracket are solid squads.
Right. And who knows, dude? Benfica and Villarreal, sneak out the first leg like 2-1, 2-0 win. Like that's going to make things interesting.
Yeah.
I don't really see it happening though. I think Bayern
either.
and Liverpool are too good of squads.
Me too.
Real Chelsea is going to be a rematch from last year. I think they were in the semis, right?
I don't know.
I think it's a rematch from the semis, or maybe even the same round. I don't remember, but that's going to be interesting.
That'll be good, dude, because Real looked like shit in the El Clasico.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that there hasn't been an El Clasico I haven't cared about less than the last one.
Really, I felt the opposite. I was excited for this one. I was like, I feel like Real Madrid have started winning games. Like I feel like Barca have really turned it around ever since Xavi took over. They've been looking really good. And I'm just excited about the young players on each of these teams. I feel like they've both hit a reset for the most part. PK's still there, Benzema's still there, but for the most part, I feel like it's a lot of younger, newer faces. And I was just and both teams were hitting a good stride, I felt like. So I was excited for legendary clubs, but full of fresh faces, kind of peaking or getting in form at least.
I mean, I guess as a neutral fan, if you're not a fan of either of those teams, I guess it's interesting in how you just explained it. But as a Real fan, I'm just dude, I'm looking forward to coming off the Champions League win that we just had over PSG. I'm just we got a 5-point lead in the table right now in La Liga. We're looking good, other than the loss to Barca. Coming off that PSG win, the Champions League's looking good. I don't know, dude. I'm just I'm expecting right now as a Real Madrid fan. I'm just pretty much expecting a fucking La Liga title and maybe a Champions League run. I'm really just looking forward to Champions League. I think if we can go far in the Champions League and at least make the final, I think that's going to be a good look for us. I think it's going to be great for our young guys, especially if we have Mbappe coming through over the summer.
Yeah.
It's the first time since Ronaldo left. Because I feel when Ronaldo left, that was kind of all right, rebuild. And this is the first look at our rebuild. That's all right, what is our squad going to do now that we've pretty much fully rebuilt the team?
Yeah. I just pulled up the La Liga table, bro. Real Madrid are 9 points clear of Sevilla.
Oh, 9 points? Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying.
Everybody has 28 games played except for Barca, or 29, excuse me, except for Barca. They have 28. And Rayo Vallecano, they also only have 28. But Barca have 54 points. Sevilla have 57 in second. So even if they win that game in hand, they're still 9 points behind Real Madrid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. If it was closer, I would have been a little more worried. But I'm just I knew we had a solid lead. Yeah, exactly, dude. I was just I didn't even watch it. I was just because I forget what I was doing. It was Sunday, right?
Yeah, Sunday at 4.
Yeah, I was fucking asleep actually Sunday at 4. Maggie and I passed out on the couch for 6 hours, bro. But yeah, I woke up, I saw that, and I'm just Sequence, I like that game.
Dude, I love game. Sequence. Me and Lex play it all the time. That's like one of our go-to games. We have a couple games that we fuck with heavy. We're like, yo, you want to play games tonight? Sequence is always up there.
Sequence.
Um, not a sponsor, but should be.
Sequence. Fucking sponsor us. Bud Light. Also, I'd be drinking these things every pod. A lot of people probably don't see this because you're not watching us pod, but I do be drinking them.
Start watching us pod. You should
You should.
hit us up on the YouTube.
Yeah, dude. Like YouTube, like you can kind of get more of a vibe, sense of like how we're going
What we're
about
doing,
this whole
how
thing,
we're
what we're
feeling,
doing.
what our faces are like when we're
You
making
can see our
hand
fucking
motions.
dope gaming chairs, dude. Little Bob Marley in the
I thought you
background.
were
Come
gonna
on
say
now.
something about our schlongs.
Dicks.
Seeing our schlongs.
You want to see my dick, guys? Just hey, dude. Why did our YouTube channel get banned? What the fuck did I do, dude? You whipped your dick out for everyone to see. Yeah. So everyone's got one.
Whoa.
Half of us got one. Well,
I don't know how many.
yeah.
I don't know.
Most males have a dick. I will say that.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna keep this one moving. Sixers, dude. I just feel like honestly not that good. Like the Harden hype was fun.
Really?
Yeah. The Harden hype was fun at first. I'm kind of starting to be over it. Like, you know how I feel about Doc Rivers, bro.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Ben, no.
we brought in DeAndre Jordan. Like, bro, come on. Like
Wait,
DeAndre
what?
Jordan
Since when?
like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago.
Oh wow, dude, I've been so tapped out of the NBA. Like,
yeah.
I just
Well,
don't
that's
even
like such
know.
like a low key signing. He barely plays. When he does, he's bad. But like, why not play fucking B-ball Paul Reed? He's like our backup center. Like, and he's young, and like he's not gonna be worse than DeAndre fucking Jordan, and he's gonna be able
who's
to grow.
like 90.
Right, and
Like
it's just
DeAndre Jordan's
annoying,
been in the
dude.
league for so long.
And like Shake Milton's been getting less and less time.
Milkshake.
It's just annoying. We put up 37 in the first quarter yesterday. Finished the game with 88.
Oh, that's bad, dude.
Yeah.
You scored pretty much almost half your
51.
points in the first quarter.
We
That's
scored
bad.
51 over the last
In
three quarters.
That's bad.
Horrendous. James Harden and Joel Embiid all the time. They're so predictable. They love to do fucking high pick and roll at the top of the three. And then what happens is both defenders will crash on Harden and like try to trap him at the top. Somebody's gonna roll to protect Embiid, but Harden is no matter every single time forces a pass over the top. Never a bounce pass, like never like to somebody to like then that person can like get an entry pass into Joel from a different angle. Like always just force over the top, like wings it into Joel. Joel catches, turns, and just goes straight up like through like 5 sets of arms. Okay, I guess that's not possible.
Yeah.
But usually like by that time, 2 defenders are on him, and then he's like going up getting fouled, and then it's just like you guys are so predictable and you just force it and like it's annoying. But when they're just like passing the ball, like when they just move the ball, dude, like they're so good they can always beat somebody, which means if you beat somebody, somebody else has to step to you, or you get to go fucking dunk on somebody's face and put your nuts in their face. Yeah. Right? Those are your options. So if you beat somebody, somebody slides and then you dish to that person, wherever they're leaving you from, you find that person, right? And then so somebody got to collapse, or you hit the open shot, or you drive and then somebody steps and then you dish. Like, and when we do that, it's fucking beautiful. Somebody's always open. Like you start getting Maxey and Matisse, you start getting those guys like George Niang, you get him like looks, dude. Even if they're not all going down, like just give them the confidence to shoot it. I don't mind. Like right now in the regular season, I don't give a shit if you're not missing threes, if we're losing games because guys aren't hitting threes. Like that's gonna come. Give those guys that confidence and like let them get into that rhythm and let them know like, look, you're here to shoot, right? But don't do the same thing every fucking time and just force the ball to fucking Joel Embiid, and then when Joel's out and when fucking Harden's out, we don't have any kind of offense.
Right. How many games left during the season? Like less than 10, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12.
12?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming down. You guys are what, 2? The 2 seed right now?
Let me see. We are the 3.
3?
We're 3.5 back from the Heat, a half a game back from the Bucks in second. Celtics are also 3.5 back from the Heat.
Wow, dude, I feel like I haven't been I don't know. It's so hard to be like excited about the NBA when you're a Knicks fan, dude, because it's just the same shit every year, man. Like last year, at the end of last year was
You
exciting
guys
because we
are
went on that
only a
nice
half
run.
game
But
out of a play-in spot. If you,
I know, but like we all right. We got the plane. We're just gonna get shit on in the first game, dude, because we don't have a fucking team.
oh wait,
It's so
no, I
annoying,
lied,
bro.
I lied, I lied. You're 5 games out of the play-in.
Yeah, we're not making the playoffs.
Nope, nope. Your season's over.
Season's over. Next year, we're gonna be like, oh, we're bringing in Kemba Walker like we did last year. It's like, dude, it's
So
so
let's see. If the
frustrating,
Sixers
bro.
finish, if the season ended today, the Sixers would finish at 3 and they'd play the Cavs in the first round, and I would love that.
Yeah,
If we drop to 4 and the Celtics finish at 3, we'd probably get the Bulls or the Cavs, and I'd be okay with that too. The Bulls are kind of good. I wouldn't be too excited to play them. If we end up jumping the Bucks and we finish at 2, well then I guess we'd get the winner of the one of the play-in games. So it could be like a whole bunch of different teams. Because
yeah.
right
I
now it's
mean,
Raptors, Nets, Hornets, Hawks in the play-in spots.
the Cavs have had a pretty solid season, but any of
Yeah,
those
they
teams,
have, but they don't have as good of big men. Like Joel can really eat against them.
yeah, that's true.
But they are a good squad. I like Cleveland. They are not like a championship winning team, but they do have a nice squad.
They're like the Hawks of last year. I feel like.
Yeah, a little different. I feel like the Cavs have like really good guard play.
Yeah,
Hawks got a big man whose name I can't remember, who's nice. I don't
it'll
know.
be interesting, dude. It's gonna be fun. My favorite part about NBA, obviously, probably it's not a hot take at all, but like the playoff basketball is just a different breed, dude.
Yeah. Um, Sixers don't have an easy schedule. Like we got the Heat tonight, then the Lakers who have been bad, so hopefully we can beat them. Then the Clippers, hopefully we can beat them. Then the Suns who are only the best team in the NBA. And then the Bucks.
Are the Lakers in a playoff spot right now?
I'm not sure. Let's see if we can pull that up. I'm sure we can make that happen. Currently, the Lakers are in 10th, which is the last play-in spot.
Damn, it would be crazy to see Braun not make the playoffs, which has only happened like a few times in his career, right?
Right now, if the playoffs ended today in the West, they are the 10 and the Nuggets are the 7. So there would be Nuggets Lakers in a playoff game. Jokic and Braun.
That would be fun to watch.
Yeah.
That would be super fun to
And
watch.
Jamal Murray, I think, is getting healthy for the Nuggets. He should be coming back, which would be huge for, like, to get him back for them.
Yeah, kind of hope that happens. That's gonna be a fun. Is it just one game, right? It's play
I think so.
when in you're in.
I think so.
Hmm.
But it might not be.
Yeah,
Maybe it's like a 3-game series. I
yeah, I
don't
think it
know. I
might be
don't
because I
know.
think that. Oh no, the Knicks were like a 6 seed last year. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't fucking know, dude. My brain has just not been registering any basketball for the past like month.
Oh, no, no, no. It's like, I think it's like a double elimination type deal. Nah, it can't be, right?
Nah, there's no losers bracket, is there? Did they do that for the bubble? Maybe they're. No, I don't know.
So wait, ninth place plays 10th place. Seventh place plays eighth. Oh, okay. Seventh plays eighth, and the winner is the 7th seed. 9 plays 10, and the winner plays the loser of the 7-8.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. And then the winner of that game is the 8th seed.
That's kind of a fun way to do it.
Yeah.
Kind of adds a little bit more like randomness to it
Yeah.
because it's not like a 7 and a 10 seed. Like there's a little bit of a difference in those teams, like seeding wise. But a 7 and an 8, pretty much the same fucking team.
Yeah. So now let's go back to the standings and see how this would shake out. Whoops. That's not what I wanted to hit. Man, this is tough. Okay, here we go. This is where I want to be. Don't even know how I got here, but cool. So in the East, we would have the Raptors and the Nets would play that first game. Then it'd be Hornets, Hawks. But for the West, talking about the Lakers, they would have to play the Pelicans, and then they'd have to play the loser of Clippers, Nuggets. So probably Nuggets would beat the Clippers, Lakers would beat the Pelicans. Then it'd be the Battle of LA for the 8th seed
Ooh,
and the privilege of playing the Phoenix Suns in the first round,
no, have fun with that.
who are the only team that have clinched a playoff berth so far.
What do they have? Like fucking 15 losses or some shit like that?
14.
Jesus,
They're 58 and 14.
that's wild.
Yeah. The Heat are 47 and 24. They have 10 more losses. The Grizzlies are 49 and 23. They only have 9 more losses. They're second in the West.
Memphis, man. John Moran is the fucking truth, bro.
Yeah, he's so good. He shouldn't be MVP. I saw people trying to say he's MVP.
Nah.
The Grizzlies are 13 and 2 when he doesn't play.
Yeah, that's not MVP. That's not an MVP
No,
type
when
stat.
you take Embiid off of the floor, they're terrible.
Yeah, because he's an MVP.
Right. And even like
I wonder what his MVP odds are now. Didn't you put money down like 2 months ago?
yeah, when they were 850
Yeah.
plus 850. They're probably minus now. Him and Jokic are probably the two favorites for sure. But like, dude, Jokic, his like Sixers played the Nets, and Jokic finished with a plus minus that wasn't negative, and Embiid like had a much better game like head to head, like when they were guarding each other, his stats were like a lot better, and when like just like overall like Embiid had like more points. I mean, Jokic had more assists. That's what he does, but his assists are kind of whack. He just like gets the ball, his team starts running, like he'll grab a rebound, like a defensive board, his team starts running, and he just fucking Peyton Manning's it down the court.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I think Embiid will probably win it this year. I think he would have won it last year if he didn't get hurt.
Get hurt. Yeah.
Let's see. MVP award. Embiid's minus 165. And
What's
Jokic is
Jokic?
plus 165, which is pretty
Hey,
close.
that's pretty close, but you might be winning some fucking money, son. You got in
A
on
little
those
bit.
odds like at the perfect time.
I should have got in sooner. I should have been like, yeah,
Yeah.
Joel Embiid, he's the man. I should have bet on him before the season started.
Yeah, you probably had those odds were probably like what, like plus 1,500 or something.
It's probably around 1,500, at least
Yeah.
1,000, like over plus 1,000.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Giannis is at plus 1,000 right now in third. And then
Wow.
Luka and John Moran at plus 4,200. And then Devin Booker on the best team in the NBA at plus 10,000.
Yeah, but that's just because his team is
So good.
all around so good. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should we dive into some of this NFL news?
So first we're
The
gonna hit the
NFL's been
Flyers
popping.
because Claude Daddy got traded.
He got traded?
Yes.
How did I not hear about that?
Yeah, so Claude Giroux played his 1,000th game in the NHL and as a Flyer, and then but he got drafted here, obviously. Played every game for us, and he's a stud, dude. He's probably our franchise's best player. It's either him or Bobby Clark. Like
weren't we saying that?
Yeah, they're the only two that have ever played 1,000 games in the franchise's history. And like, if his number doesn't get retired, that's a fucking shame on Philadelphia Flyers.
We were saying that though. We were saying we bet. I remember this conversation. We're like, I bet he plays his 1,000th game and then gets traded.
Yeah, get traded. Yep.
I kind of love that though.
And
like
it was
they
awesome,
gave it
dude.
to him.
It was a nice ceremony. They gave him like a silver stick. We won the game, I think 4-3 or 5-4. He didn't score. I don't even know if he had any points, but he was obviously like the number one star of the game. Fans and everybody gave him a standing ovation. It was a big deal. It was nice.
That's cool.
But then he didn't even travel with the team. Like they went on a road trip the next day. He didn't travel. So it's like, oh, he's getting traded. And then I think either that day or the next day he was traded to the Panthers. We gave up him, two dudes I don't know, and I think a 5th round pick. And we got a 1st and a 2nd, or a 1st and a 3rd. And this dude, Owen Tippett, he's not any good. He's played like a couple of NHL games, but he's like primarily been in like AHL, like the lower leagues. and he hasn't played much in the NHL. And when he does, his plus minus is not plus. So, but
Well, I mean,
whatever.
kind of at a spot where we, you know what I mean, we kind of have to rebuild.
Yeah, maybe he'll re-sign with us. His contract ends this summer, so maybe he'll re-sign with us. That's my hope, my
That would be
optimistic
cool.
hope.
How old is he? He's like 34, right?
Yeah, 34, 35, 36, something like that.
Mid 30s.
Yeah,
Just go with that.
yeah. Um, but that's how we got. Flyers suck.
Yeah. Season's
NFL,
over.
where
NFL been
free
going
agency is over,
crazy,
dude.
dude.
We've been going crazy. So we'll start with the Birds. Obviously, that's what we do. The Birds signed Hassan Reddick. I love it. I love that signing.
Mm-hmm.
3 years, 45 million. He's an edge rusher. He was in Carolina. He grew up in Camden, New Jersey. He went to Temple. He was a walk on at Temple, and then he got drafted by Carolina.
Oh, so he's a Philly guy at heart.
Philly guy, yeah.
Hell yeah.
He had 11 sacks last year, or he didn't get drafted to Carolina because he had 11 sacks last year and he had 12 and a half in 2020 with Arizona. I love it, dude.
I love it. That's what our team needs, dude. That's what we needed.
Yeah.
Like, that was a great
Yeah.
signing.
Interested to see what happens with like Brandon Graham because like, you know, if like Hassan Reddick is gonna take over like on that side of the D line, or like Josh Sweat is ready to take those should be our edge rushers, right? So like, is Brandon Graham like ready to be a backup? Like he is a veteran. Does he want to stay? You know what I mean? Or is he
Yeah.
gonna want to like be a starter? Or
Dude,
is it?
if
But then
our
again, is it just gonna make him work harder? Then everybody works harder, and then we're fucking everybody's just working hard trying to get a starting position, and we're nice as
well,
fuck.
dude, if Brandon Graham is our backup edge rusher, like, you know, injuries are gonna happen. Like, that's a
Yeah.
solid piece to have, dude. That's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
solid piece to have,
Especially
like,
for
as a
him, like
backup.
older, coming off injury. Like I know he wants to come back, but you never know.
Yeah. Who
Um,
knows? I don't know. That's exciting.
yeah, we also signed Zach Pascal today. I
Oh,
don't.
really?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if you saw that. That was today.
I didn't see that. I haven't been
Yeah,
on. I've been so busy today. I haven't been like on Twitter really at all. But that's honestly, dude, I
that's
like
pretty
that a lot.
solid, dude. I think he
Yeah,
compliments Devonte and Quez Watkins well. You know, missed out on the Allen Robinson sweepstakes. Um,
yeah.
I think we lost interest in Juju. He ended up signing with the Chiefs. Juju did.
That's scary. That's
Yeah, they
fucking
got a really good
terrifying.
offense.
Yeah.
They could still use a running back, but
I saw I think Clay mentioned it to me. He was just like, dude, Juju and Jackson Mahomes on this with the same organization.
Jackson.
Yeah. Because you know how he's like the TikTok fuck, right?
Oh
And
yeah,
Juju's also a
yeah.
TikTok fuck. He's
Oh
like,
yeah,
that could be a
yeah.
problem, dude.
Yeah.
That could be a
I saw
problem.
something funny. It was like when Jackson Mahomes and Juju see each other for the first time, and it's like two dudes like in a stare down, like 12 feet away from each other, just staring at each other. I was like, yes, it's a wild, wild west fucking stare down.
Wild Wild West of the TikTok influencers.
But yeah, dude, he is gonna be scary because he's a big body that's gonna be great underneath. They got so many burners that can take the roof off, like Tyreek, Byron Pringle, other dude.
Demarcus Robinson is his
Nah,
name? Not
yeah, that's
Rob.
one of them, but he's not the one I'm thinking of. There's one who's like higher in the pecking order before Byron Pringle, and I can't think of his name.
Um
It's all right. We don't even
let's
need
see,
to
this
think
is
about
me.
it.
Do
It's
you
not
think
football season.
Juju hurts or helps Tyreek's fantasy value?
Helps.
That's what I was thinking too. I think it's going to take some of the double team off Tyreek. I mean, even with Travis
Yeah.
Kelce, it was kind of already doing that, but now defenses are going to have to worry about Tyreek Hill, Juju, and Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
That's
And dude,
disgusting,
Juju
dude.
is a good signing because he is so young, dude. He's like
Yeah,
24, 25, or 26.
yeah,
Like that.
dude. And he's already like proven himself as a pretty solid like number one guy. His rookie year.
He's proven himself as a really good number two.
Yeah, but he was the number one his rookie year, wasn't he?
No, he had Antonio. Like he was good when Antonio Brown was on the Steelers.
Oh, that's true. That's
Antonio
true.
Brown was the one, and Juju
I
was
feel like
the two.
that's been so. I
And
feel
he
like
was
that was so long
amazing.
ago.
Juju was so good as
Yeah,
the two. But then ever
yeah.
since AB left, like
He hasn't been a
Juju
great number
hasn't been.
one.
He hasn't even had the same production he had when he was a number two.
Number two.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yep.
He was hurt the one year. I don't think he played the whole season. I mean that happens, but
Yeah, but even last year, like he
yeah,
wasn't putting up wide receiver one numbers.
no. Um, the Eagles also they released and then signed Fletcher Cox to a more team friendly contract. We also re-signed Boston Scott. I love both of those,
Love
obviously.
that. Yeah. Love
Um,
that.
outside of Philly,
Wait. Before we do that, is there anybody else on the free agency market left
Tyrann
in
Matthew.
the wide receiver position that you would think be worth like even taking a look at? Like I know Allen Robinson's gone, obviously like Devonte Adams signed or yeah, got
Got
traded
traded.
to Las Vegas, but is there
Um,
anyone else left that you like because that was one thing I was excited about. Like I was excited to have like a complimentary piece to
yeah, I
Devonta
don't think we're gonna find
Smith and
one.
Quez, but I think it's I don't think
I
there's
think it's
really
Zach Pascal, but like he's coming, he's linking back up with Nick Sirianni, and like Nick Sirianni was the OC in Indy.
yeah, but like also he's like I'm excited about that, but like we could have done
We could have done a
more.
lot better.
Yeah, could have
There's
done
always
more.
Julio, but I don't want Julio, dude. He's
I
gonna play
wouldn't
half the
see
season with a hamstring injury.
I wouldn't mind Julio if we can get him for cheap. Like I don't want to
Yeah.
fucking ball out and break the bank for Julio Jones just because of his name. But if we can kind of get him on like a cheap deal, dude, get him like rehabbed and make sure he's healthy going into the season,
What
not really like
about
push
AJ
him.
Green?
Uh I think I'd rather have Julio, dude. I
Yeah,
think Julio would.
obviously you'd rather
I
have
think I'd rather.
Julio.
Yeah, but right now, I think with the season AJ Green just had, it
He
was
did
better
have
than
a
Julio
solid
Jones's
season.
season. It was better
Definitely.
than Julio, and I think Julio is a better mentor for Devonte to kind of learn under. Even though Julio's a fucking huge guy, Devonta's not. So it's not like he's gonna bring like the same physicality, but I think Julio Jones is just
DK
like
Metcalf.
yeah. I was on that. I was on the DK train for a while, but I just don't see Seattle letting go of him, dude. I don't think they're going total rebuild. He's
Nah,
only
me
been there for
either.
what 3 years now, not even 2 years.
Yeah,
I don't think
2 years.
they're I don't think they're gonna he's like the franchise guy, dude. I don't think that's
Yeah.
gonna happen. Um, but like I said, like if we can get Julio for cheap, we have Zach Pascal to lean back on. Like if Julio does end up being a bust, like health wise, Zach Pascal's not that bad.
Nah, he's not that bad.
He's no Julio. Like if Julio stays healthy, but
But he
like
might be Julio if based
who
on the
knows,
Julio
dude?
that we've gotten over the past 2 or 3 years.
I would even say I thought Julio had a good year 2 years ago. Like he was
He was
Julio
hurt all the
Jones.
time.
Well, last year he was hurt, but the
He
year
was hurt
before
the year
that he
before
was
that when he was in Atlanta. He was hurt for like half the
really.
season. Yeah. And Calvin Ridley was tearing it up. And even fucking Russell
Oh,
Gage
that's
was
right.
having himself a year.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, dude. I just like
Julio just can't stay healthy, bro. It's just like fucking James Harden. Like it's the hamstring. The hamstring always comes back.
yeah, that's one injury that's gonna be like it's a career
Forever, dude.
lingering injury. Yeah.
Been with him forever.
Yeah, that's
So
tough. But
I
even then, if
mean,
you're only bringing him in as like,
a vet minimum.
cheap deal, vet minimum, kind of get fucking Devonta Smith some reps in with him and kind of get him under Julio's wing as like be my mentor for the year two that you're here. And kind of like Alshon, dude. Like Alshon Jeffrey wasn't like when we signed Alshon, I wasn't like, oh, it's Alshon Jeffrey. It's just like, oh, it's Alshon Jeffrey, who used to be a stud, kind of has been injured for a while now. But look what he did, dude. Like if Julio can come in and be the Alshon Jeffrey of the Eagles of 2018, dude, for league minimum, for vet
Yeah,
minimum,
for
dude,
sure, for sure.
So I'm signing up for that all day. But
Yeah, definitely. Dude, I'm looking back at Julio's like seasons. He played like almost every game in every season except for last year. He missed I think like 9. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, he missed
he missed a
7.
lot of games last year.
Or this is 2 years ago. Sorry, he missed 7, and 2 of those he only played 36 and 21 snaps in, so he probably got hurt those games or like re-injured.
Yeah.
Last year he missed
Like 11.
He missed 7, but 3 games he played less than 50% of the snaps, and 2 games he played exactly 50% of the snaps.
Yeah.
So like, hurt a lot with the
And
hammy.
who knows,
his
dude.
weren't even like back to back games. It was 2 games here, play a game, get hurt, miss a game, play a game, miss 3 games, play half a game, play half a game, play a game, don't play a game.
Yeah, it was frustrating as a Julio Jones fantasy manager last year for sure.
Yeah, I would've
especially
been
especially
frustrated
when
as
he
well.
had that. He was in that new offense with what's his name, AJ Brown.
Yeah.
Like you thought he was gonna have some open space, and it just wasn't happening.
All right, can we move on to the rest of the NFL now?
Yeah, let's get it.
El Gote, Thomas Brady is back. He said,
Back
"Psych,
in
I'm not
black.
retiring, dude. Y'all thought I was hanging out with my kids and wife.
I
I
I
don't
low
care if
key
she's a smoke show."
I low key kind of knew that was gonna happen. I don't know why.
Yeah,
Like
I
I
had
had
a
no
feeling too.
evidence to support it. I was just like, I feel like he's not done, dude.
He told Cristiano Ronaldo he was gonna keep playing.
Yeah. And Ronaldo was like, as a fellow goat.
As a fellow El
Like, dude, you
Gote,
can't, like, I love Ronaldo. Obviously, he's my favorite footballer of all time. Well, that will never change. But like, you can't call yourself the GOAT, dude. That's not like you know what I mean? Like, you can't, that's not like a self-proclaimed title. You don't
yeah.
decide, if you're the GOAT. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
maybe he did. Maybe he's like, you know what? I'm the goat.
I mean, he definitely did.
Fuck
Just
that little
that's
rap
just like
boy.
his mentality, but it's just cringy. You can't call yourself the GOAT.
Right. Whatever. Most of them do it. LeBron does it. Jordan does it.
I've never seen LeBron like say it like out loud, like, "Oh, I'm the GOAT," though. And Ronaldo's done that like a few times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ronaldo or LeBron's always like, "I consider myself to be one of the best," which is true. Like LeBron is my GOAT of basketball, but like
Yeah,
when
I
you call
agree.
yourself the GOAT,
Dude, he's the only person ever 30K, 10K, 10K, 30,000 points, 10K rebounds and assists ever. Only one ever.
yeah, and it's just like the league that LeBron plays in is not more physical, but it's harder to
It's a lot
score.
better.
It's harder to score
I
points
saw this
in the
thing the
league
other
that he
day, and
played
it was
in.
like we got single dudes putting up 60 points in different games multiple times this week. The
Oh yeah, that was
1987 or 1993 Bulls, like some or not Bulls, Jazz in the NBA Finals put up 54 points in the entire
yeah.
game.
That's less than what college teams put up now in
Right.
two 20-minute quarters
Right.
or halves. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, but
So it is different. But Brady's back. I don't know, dude. I think he'll be fine.
I think the
The
Bucks are just
NFC
going to be
South
the
is bad,
Bucks,
so
dude.
they'll run right through that division. Like they got
They'll
no
make the
quarterbacks
playoffs.
anymore.
Yep.
And then hopefully, I mean, their defense is good. They've re-signed a few pieces. They lost some of their offensive line. They're probably going to lose Lenny. They might lose Chris
Yep.
Godwin if they don't want to pay him because he doesn't want to play on the franchise tag.
But
they re-signed Cameron Brate and like maybe Gronk comes back, maybe not.
I see Gronk coming back. I think if Brady's not done, I don't think Gronk's done.
I agree. I think Gronk is like, yeah, I'm gonna play with my friend Tom until he quits, and then I'm done.
Yeah, yep, pretty much, dude. They would spend their whole career together. Just like,
Yep.
why not?
He retired, so he didn't get traded to the Lions.
Who?
You know that? Gronk, he retired.
So that he didn't get traded to the Lions?
Yeah. Patriots called and said, you're going to get traded to the Lions. And he said, no, I'm retiring. And then they were like, seriously? He's like, yeah, I'm done playing. I'm not playing in fucking Detroit.
And then Brady's like signed with the Bucks, and he's like, you know what? I think I could play again.
Come back. Yeah. Yeah. And then he had to do something with the Patriots, like make them like release him because he was still like technically like on contract to them.
Right. I think if you retire, you're technically like if you come back, you're on. You have to finish out your contract, but
yeah, but you can like buy yourself out of it and shit like that.
Yeah. Devonte Adams to the Raiders. I think the Raiders have a scary offense, dude.
I don't know how Devonte Adams is going to be any good when he's fucking got to compete with Hunter Renfrow.
Listen, dude. Either Devonte Adams is going to be Devonte Adams if Derek Carr can stay healthy because they have that rapport already. They have that chemistry. Yeah, and he's going to be Devonte Adams. Hunter Renfrow is going to be Hunter Renfrow. Or the defense playing against the Raiders are going to be like, oh shit, we have to fucking double up on Devonte Adams because he's Devonte Adams, and Hunter Renfrow is going to go crazy.
And then you got Darren Waller too,
and then you got Darren Waller. Yeah, and then you got Josh Jacobs. Dude, their offense is nice, man.
Yeah,
their offensive line can stay healthy. Like Josh Jacobs is
a goofy dude. He's kind of whack. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying he's not like a top 5 running back or anything, but he's still very good.
Yeah, he's solid. Yeah, but that fucking division is tough, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That division is tough.
The Chargers are loading up.
They just
re-signed Mike Williams, right?
I think so. And they traded for Khalil Mack. Then they signed J.C. Jackson, 5 years, 82.5 million from New England. Like they're like getting their defense fucking stacked.
Because that was like their fucking Achilles heel last year was their defense. Their
But
offense
their
was
defense was
fine, dude.
hurt. Like their defense a couple years ago was good,
Yeah,
and then last
yeah,
year they
that's
were hurt
true.
and they sucked.
That's true.
And now they got Khalil Mack to go across the opposite side of Nick Bosa.
Yeah,
That's
that's
kind of
scary.
scary.
That
You
is
got
scary.
J.C. Jackson as one of your defensive backs, and one of their safeties or one of their other corners is like an absolute, so like an all pro.
Yeah.
They're gonna be good. And
Chargers
then
fans should be excited, man. They're like very much on the rise with
yeah,
Justin Herbert and
yeah,
the Austin Eckler,
yeah.
Mike Williams.
And then you got the Broncos who just brought Russell Wilson in. They signed Randy Gregory from the Cowboys.
From the
This is funny.
Cowboys.
He was gonna sign with the Cowboys, and the Broncos gave him the same exact offer, and he's like, "Nah, fuck the Cowboys. I'm gonna go sign with the
Yeah,
Broncos." And he's been with the
good.
Cowboys, and like they've been with him through like suspensions for like
A
smoking weed
lot.
and shit
Yeah.
like that. Like they've been with him, and he's like, "Nah, fuck, I'm going to play with them, playing Denver."
With
They
Russ.
also signed Alex Singleton.
Oh, really? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So we lost him. He was our lead tackler for the past 2 years.
Yeah. That kind of
Um,
hurts, but oh
Yeah,
well.
but it does kind of hurt. But at the same time, like I said before on this podcast, he's our best linebacker. But he's not good enough to be like a great linebacker. He's not like if he's our best linebacker, that's a problem. That means our
That's a problem.
linebacking core is
Right.
bad.
Right.
He's a good like number 2 or 3 linebacker. He's a good number 2 linebacker. He's super high motor. He's pretty fast. He can fly around. I think if we had like a more hard nosed linebacker, like a middle linebacker that could help stuff the middle and just like lay motherfuckers out. Like just give me like old school Brian Urlacher in the middle, Jeremiah
Yeah.
Trotter.
Oh, big facts. Jeremiah Trotter. Goddamn, dude.
Yeah.
NFL Street, Jeremiah Trotter. That was my shit.
Yes. Yes. Let's see. We got Desean Watson has no criminal charges to like brought against him or pursued against him. I don't know what the legal jargon is. But so the Texans are like, all right, we're gonna trade this guy, and there's a bunch of teams that were involved. And the Browns were like, yeah, we're interested. And then Baker Mayfield was like, fuck you guys. I don't want to be here if you don't want me as your quarterback. We're looking for other people. And they also said something about them wanting an adult at quarterback and just like threw some shade his way. And then the Browns were like, nah, we're out on Deshaun Watson. And then Baker was like, well, I don't give a fuck. I'm requesting a trade. And the Browns were like, well, we're not going to fulfill your request, and you're going to be our starting quarterback, and we're committed to you and you being our future. And then the Browns traded for Deshaun Watson.
Dude, just like a total Browns move, dude. That fucking franchise is in shambles, and they always will be.
Yeah. So the Browns get Deshaun Watson. They also signed Amari Cooper, or they traded for Amari Cooper.
And also released Jarvis
Kareem
Landry.
Hunt, no Jarvis, but Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, Ernest Johnson. They're gonna need
Donovan Peoples-Jones is not
Donovan Peoples-Jones
kind of a solid deep option.
They do need like another wide receiver to go across from Amari, but like David Njoku's there, and Harrison Bryant I think is sneaky, at the tight end position. I like him a little bit.
Yeah. Has Baker signed anywhere yet?
No, I think he's like still a Brown. Like he needs to get traded.
Oh, so they'll probably move him for. I don't know. Where do you think he ends up, dude?
Just drop him. I don't know, dude.
What team like needs a quarterback now? I feel like there's been so much quarterback. No, didn't they just sign
Marcus Mariota?
Marcus Mariota, yeah.
Yeah. Reunited with Arthur Smith from when they were in Tennessee, because Arthur Smith came from Tennessee. Now he's the head coach in Atlanta.
Matt Ryan's in Indy.
Matt Ryan just got traded to Indy, which I like a lot. I got that here in the notes. I like that one a lot because that's kind of what they need, right? Like they got Nyheim Hines and Jonathan Taylor, who can like Jonathan Taylor's probably the best running back in the league, right?
Right.
But they don't have good receivers. That's the thing.
I mean, they have what's his name?
T.Y. Hilton?
No, fucking what's his fucking name?
They do have T.Y. Hilton.
Not obviously Pascal.
Pittman.
Yeah, Pittman. He's pretty good. I like Michael Pittman, dude.
Yeah, me
he's
too.
Good.
He's not great. And they don't have.
He's probably their wide receiver one. I don't think T.Y. Hilton
have
is.
Mo Alley Cox as their tight end. Jack Doyle retired.
Yeah, Moe Cox is kind of a stud. He's a big dude.
Yeah, he's just huge.
Yeah.
But their defense is pretty stout, and their O line's one of the best in the league. And that's something Matt Ryan's not used to, having a good O line.
Right.
Because that one in Atlanta is fucking atrocious.
He's on what, like 1 year left on his contract?
I think he's got a couple. The Falcons are taking a $40.5 million dead cap hit.
Just for getting rid of him?
Yeah, for trading him.
Oof.
Which is more than the Birds last year, who took a dead cap hit of like $32 million for Wentz.
Yeah, that's wild. Dude, I'm so glad we got off that shit.
Yeah, me too.
That was the best thing the Birds have done in so long.
Yeah. It sucks how quickly everything fell apart.
But oh well.
Yeah,
pass it now.
We got a fucking trophy out of it. We got the Lombardi that we wanted, and we fucking burned that shit to the ground.
Essentially sold our souls for a Super Bowl win. Yeah. And I'm fine with it, dude.
Well, lucky for you, you're only partially a Philly fan. Like it's the city that sold our soul. Now the rest of us are fucked.
That's true. I mean, dude. With how big of a Yankees fan I am, like 10 years without even a World Series appearance has been for my whole life, dude. Like I was born in 96, from like 95 on.
Yeah, this is the longest drought you've ever had.
Ever, dude. And I'm like fucking breathe, live, die for the Yankees. So it's like kind of scary now where it's like, dude, are we becoming a poverty franchise because Hal doesn't know how to spend money or like run a team, or like I'm kind of nervous, but I mean, also I see the point where it's like Yankees fans are spoiled. You make the playoffs every year, but it's like, yeah, dude, like how frustrating is that? Would you rather just like,
that's the standard, is make the fucking playoffs,
make the playoffs, but like, that's all we're doing. You know what I mean? Like we're not making the moves necessary to get ourselves past the fucking wild card, or we haven't been to the ALCS since 2017. 2017, we weren't even supposed to be like close to the World Series. So it's
you
like,
guys might get in trouble for cheating.
Yeah, dude, it's the same shit that happened years ago when the fucking Astros scandal came out. It's every fucking team's doing it. The Astros just went to a higher, like a more of a length. You know what I mean? The Red Sox just got in trouble 2 years ago for the same shit, and they didn't get in trouble at all.
The Yankees and the Red Sox actually both got fined.
Yeah, and the Yankees were like, when they got warned about it, they were like, "Hey, stop doing that," and they're like, "All right, we will," and the Astros just didn't.
Yeah, but now there's letters that say that Manfred was working with the Yankees with Brian Cashman to help cover up their cheating scandals.
I'll believe it when it comes out as fucking when it's proven, dude. This shit happens every fucking year. Every year, bro. Baseball's fuck. Listen, I'm not saying this because I'm a Yankees fan. It's all of baseball. It was the same thing with steroids, dude. Every team was doing it. Like every player except for Derek Jeter was on steroids. Like it's just a matter of
J-Roll, who's like the real fucking GOAT shortstop. Better than that bum Derek Jeter. He's got more MVPs.
Dude, don't even get me started. MVPs. Would you rather have one player have an MVP or 5 World Series titles?
Well, he's got an MVP and a World Series title.
Does he have 5?
No, but he's got one.
Does he have Rookie of the Year? Does he have 13 All-Star appearances? Yeah.
Maybe.
All right, dude. I would trade those for one MVP title every day of the fucking week.
Whatever, dude. Get your fucking weight up, kid. You don't have an MVP trophy in your hardware closet.
Don't need an MVP trophy. I don't give a fuck about an MVP trophy. What does that get you? A pat on the back? Trophy. Yeah, nice job. You were most valuable player for a team that sucked.
Probably get you some of that gawk, some of that goody good.
Hey man, you can't argue that, brother.
Other nonsense I've seen. I put for last week. This would have been news if we recorded whenever I originally made this doc, but we didn't.
Right.
But Christian Kirk signed to the Jags for 4 years, $82 million, bro.
Yeah, dude. What the fuck is that? He's not an $82 million wide receiver.
No.
I'm sorry. Like he's all right, but he's not that much. Like he's not worth that.
No. Yeah. I don't know. Good luck, Doug Peterson. I'd like to see you do well.
The Jags could have done so much more with $82 million and signed one fucking wide receiver that's like at best a low end wide receiver too. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. Like dude, last year AJ Green was like arguably a wide receiver 2 half of the time. Like it was
Better
like
than Christian
him
Kirk.
and Rondale Moore was like getting a bunch of targets and shit.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know. But the
Listen,
Bengals have made some moves.
yeah,
They signed Lyle Collins, the Cowboys right tackle, 3 years, 30 million. They signed Alex Kappa, the Bucks right guard, 4 years, 40 million. And they signed Ted Karras, the Patriots old center, 3 years, 18 million. They're
dude.
really
That's what they
bolstering up their
needed.
O-line. And like those are
That's what
3
they needed,
studs,
dude.
dude. Like Lyle Collins is one of the best right tackles in the league, has been for a while. Like he's a stud. The Bucks have one of the best offensive lines in the league, and the Patriots always have a good offensive line. So
Yeah, and dude,
you just put the right side of your line together with three of the best like offensive line. Well, I guess maybe the Cowboys now don't have one of the best O lines like completely in the league, but Collins is still like top 5 right tackle in the league behind Lane
yeah.
Johnson.
And
Obviously.
look what Joe Burrow did with no
Shitty
O-line
O-line,
last year, dude.
terrible O-line, dude. Like most sacks
Imagine
in the
what he's
league
gonna do
O-line.
this year. Yeah, that's scary, bro. That's scary.
Yeah.
They've got their offense is stacked, dude. Joe Mixon, fucking Jamar Chase, what's his name? The wide receiver, T Higgins.
And Tyler Boyd.
Tyler Boyd's a stud. CJ Uzama.
Nah, he got signed by the Jets. He signed with New York.
Oh, the fucking Jets, dude. They're so annoying.
That's kind of a good signing for them, honestly.
Yeah, it is, but they're gonna be the Jets. Like they're not gonna do anything, dude.
Because they got Zach Wilson.
Not only that, it just comes down to them being the Jets.
And they said that's who we want to be the face of our franchise.
Yeah. Oh man, the fucking Jets, dude. They're like the Orioles of the NFL.
They re-signed Braxton Berrios too.
I like Berrios. He's good.
Me too.
And what's his name? Their rookie running back.
Michael Carter.
Yeah, I like Michael Carter a lot too.
Yeah, me too.
Who knows?
So good when they had the fucking other dude starting, because the other dude, Zach White Mike White. When he started, he was dumping it off to Michael Carter, and Michael Carter was getting hella like yards after catch, and he was having crazy fantasy days. But Zach Wilson,
for like
he
3 or
had
4
bad
weeks,
fantasy
right?
days with Zach Wilson. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
don't know. The NFL, man, the offseason has been more entertaining than MLB has been for the last 4 fucking months.
That is.
And it's been 2 weeks.
It's gonna get more fun, dude. Hopefully the Birds can sign Tyrann Mathieu.
Yeah, the draft's coming up.
I'm excited for the draft. I'm excited to see what happens.
Tyrann Mathieu, if he signs with the Birds,
that would be huge.
That is worth buying like a Tyrann Mathieu Birds jersey. Like that's how huge that would be. I would buy a fucking Honey Badger Philadelphia Eagles jersey.
I would love if they just locked him up for like 5 years.
Yeah, dude, don't even fucking worry about it for the next 5 years. Like he's gonna be our fucking
like
main
5 years,
linebacker.
Somewhere between 85 and 100 mil. I think I'm cool with that.
Yeah, for sure. Don't fuck this up, Howie.
Yeah, go get him.
You didn't get Allen Robinson or any of the big wide receiver free agents that we could have gotten. Spend the money elsewhere. Get Tyrann Mathieu. Let's have a stud defense. Give our offense some breathing room.
Yeah.
Let's fucking get after it.
Got a lot of other holes, but like, I think our defensive line is good. Our defensive line, first of all, has always been good, but we've been aging, and I think we've done a good job of replenishing the defensive line with talent. And I think we do that a little bit more in the draft, and then get a good linebacker that can kind of hold it down in the middle. You got Darius Slay. You got
our secondary is good, dude. I don't like our secondary is not bad.
Devonte Maddox is solid as like a cornerback too. Who's that other bull that we signed from Pittsburgh? He wore number 3. I can't think of his name right now.
It's a fucking skinny motherfucker, right? He's like real thin.
Yeah, he was good though. So I mean, I like what we have. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll
Hopefully we can just stay healthy.
I get excited for my teams. I was telling Lex, I was like, this is the time of year I get excited for the Phillies, and then they let me down, and it's
just all a vicious cycle.
I get excited for the Birds, they let me down. I didn't get excited for the Sixers because of Ben Simmons bullshit.
I don't know. Can we really say that the Birds let us down last year though? Like our expectations were way lower than what they did. We weren't expecting to make the playoffs, dude.
No, that's true.
Like I was happy with the playoffs.
I did take over 8.5 wins though.
For this year or last year?
last year.
Yeah, that's
So
tough.
I was hoping we would get 9 wins.
Yeah. But I guess we'll have to see.
I figured, 'tis the season. We should talk a little March Madness.
Nah, nah, nah. My bracket is fucked.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna look at it now, but I had fucking Kentucky winning the whole thing. They went out in the
Oh,
first
did
fucking
you?
round.
I
Yeah.
had so my first one that I made, I had Houston winning the whole thing. Look
Was
at
that
this.
in
I'm
bracket
not I'm not
boys?
bullshitting you. Look at it.
Yeah, that was in bracket boys, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
Damn, dude.
99.9%.
Damn, son. I'm at 77.6% right now.
But my max is only 1410, and Clay's max is 1490, but he's only got 370 right now.
Oh yeah.
Could you get
Who's
more
Dippy
points?
Chungus? Do you know?
Nah.
No, me neither.
But let's see. Through the first round, I think I had 5 wrong in the first round. I got the UConn game wrong. I got the Alabama Notre Dame game wrong. I got Kentucky wrong. Seton Hall and TCU. I was so torn on that one.
Yeah, I had 7 wrong in
Ohio
the first round.
State and Loyola Chicago. I took Loyola for fun. I didn't get any wrong in the bottom bracket. So the upsets that I got right, I got Miami over UNC or USC, Iowa State over LSU, Richmond over Iowa. Dude, I liked Richmond for this tournament. I like them in Houston. Michigan over Colorado State. I picked them because of the what's his face? The Coastal Bowl. But I had
Oh
Tennessee
yeah.
beating them, so I got that one wrong in the second round. It's like, what did I get wrong in the second round? Nothing up top. Oh, I had Baylor moving on. I had them going pretty far, I think.
Me too.
And then I had Kentucky and St. Peter's is still moving on. But that's fine because that fucks everybody's bracket. And I love to see St. Peter's win because they're the Jersey school.
Yeah, after they beat Kentucky, right?
Yeah, that was their
Yeah,
first round.
they beat Kentucky. You texted me about them being like that small Jersey school, and after that, I was like, all right, like I'd like to see them go on a run. Like that's fun.
Yeah,
And then they
Lex's
beat Murray
sister
State.
goes there. Yeah, yeah. Lex's sister goes to St. Peter's, and she was like texting me about it and like DMing me shit like about it, and I was like, hell yeah, dude, I love it. Her roommate's boyfriend's on the team.
Oh, that's tight.
Yeah. I got the Michigan Tennessee game wrong, so I picked Tennessee to go through. And I picked Wisconsin to beat Iowa State, and I picked Auburn to beat Miami.
Damn, I had so Michigan kind of fucked me too because I had Tennessee over Villanova in the Sweet 16. Michigan's there, so I'm not going to get anything there because obviously Tennessee can't win that game. It's going to be Michigan or Villanova.
When I look at the next round, like I already have 3 out of the 8 Elite 8 games like crossed out. Teams crossed out.
Yep, I have 1, 2.
So what I have coming up, I have Gonzaga beating Arkansas.
In the West?
Yeah. Texas Tech beating Duke. And then I had Baylor winning. So I have Baylor in my Elite 8 in the East. But that's not going to happen. And I have Purdue winning. So hopefully Purdue can get it done against St. Peter's.
It would be fun to see St. Peter's win that, though. That would be fucking awesome.
And then I have Houston beating Arizona because I just love Houston. But they looked bad on Sunday. Yeah. I watched that game. I put money on them. The spread was like 3.5, so I threw some money on it. They covered. But they looked bad for most of the game. And then I had Tennessee winning the other game, and they're not left. They're not in anymore. And then I have Kansas beating Providence. And I had Wisconsin moving on, but that's not going to happen either.
Yeah.
My only Final Four team that's not left is Baylor, though. So I still got Gonzaga, Houston, Kansas if they can make a run. But I have Baylor, Houston in the final, and then Baylor winning it all. Or Houston winning it all, I mean.
If Kansas can reach the championship game, I'll have that. Like I picked them to make the championship game, but I obviously had Kentucky over them. I only have Kentucky is the only team I have out of my Final Four.
Mm.
Duke, Arizona, and Kansas are the other
Dude,
three.
you know what's crazy? So that
But
right now, that's my best bracket. I have 490 points at 99.9%, but my max is 1410. My second bracket that I made, I have 440 points, 95%, but my max is 1520. And then in my third bracket that I made, I have 460 at 98.7, and my max is 1660.
who you got winning that one?
Purdue. I had Baylor going far. Arizona, Houston. Oh, I have. Yeah, see, this one I did good because I had in the Midwest. I'm not doing too good. I still had Kansas and Providence, and Kansas moving on, but I had Michigan. I had the entire South correct at the Sweet 16. Arizona, Houston, and then Michigan, Villanova, and I have Houston, Villanova in the Elite Eight.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I could have in this bracket. I only have 2 out of my Elite Eight teams that have lost already, so I still have a bunch of Elite Eight teams that can go through. And then
That'll
let's
be
see.
exciting. It'll be exciting. The next few rounds are going to be when's the next round start? The 24th? 2 days? 3 days? 24, 24, 25.
Yeah, the 24th.
Yeah.
I think the first weekend's my favorite. The first 2 rounds, that's my favorite.
Me too, because it's so much basketball
Yeah,
going
dude,
on
it's
at
mayhem.
once. That what was it, that red zone type shit they had on
The fast
NCAA
break.
you put me on? Yeah, that was
That
dope,
was
dude.
dope,
I
dude.
enjoyed that. It's
Yeah.
funny because literally like 2 hours before you sent me that text, I was talking to Clay and I was like, dude, they should have like a red zone for this shit. Like, I hate watching just one game at a time. And then you text me, he's like, yo, NCAA, they got the fast break. It's like red zone. I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, it's nice and it's completely free.
Yeah, that's dope.
Have you been betting on March Madness at all?
I did one the first round. I had a nice little like pick 'em parlay on underdog. None of that shit hit because I don't. My college basketball knowledge is just
Yeah.
so bad, dude. Like I don't know anything. I barely know any of the players.
Honestly, I think I've only bet a little bit because I also don't know college basketball too well.
Yeah, I'll probably wait until like the final four to make some bets, just kind of based off of like what I know from
But
the tournament.
I think all of my college basketball bets have hit. I'm trying to pull up my FanDuel right now, but it doesn't want to load. I put a same game parlay in yesterday for the El Clasico. Put $5 on it. 0 out of 4 legs hit.
Oof, that's
I had
tough.
I had both teams to score. Real Madrid and a draw double chance. Casemiro to get some kind of card to be booked,
Yeah.
and over 8 corners. None of them hit. But Houston minus 3.5 that hit. I bet 5 to win. I won 455. We were at the bar. I put $4 on Wisconsin to win by 1 to 10, and Michigan State to cover 3.5 points, and both of those hit. Won me like $3.5 each. And I threw $5 on Houston to cover an 8.5 point spread in the first round. $5 won 455. So all my college basketball plays have hit.
All right. Hey.
Oh, and
Fucking.
I saw Cole's fucking Chipotle order. So I did UNC minus 3.5.
Yo, that's so funny, dude.
$5, and I won 455 on that one too.
That's so funny, dude. Because I was sitting on the couch like working, and he showed me the picture of like his order. He's like, "Hey man, like this was Twitter content." And then like 2 hours later, he goes, "Yo, the burrito bet hit," and I was like, "Yo, let's
Yeah,
go,
bro. I took it. Shit hit for me.
Oh, I'm gonna go tell him that right now when we get off. That's funny.
All right, let's get off, dude. It's been like fucking 2 hours in this bitch.
Hey, we came into this episode knowing we had a lot to cover, so
It was fun.
been a pleasure.
It has always is.
I've been pleasuring myself with sports content.
So this Jones gonna come out on Tuesday. When are we gonna record again?
When do you want to?
I don't know.
I'm down to do it if we want to do like a quick like 45-minute comedy episode this week, like maybe Wednesday or Thursday,
Okay.
and throw that out Friday before the weekend.
Yeah. And then maybe we'll go back to normal next week.
Yeah, so all right, so maybe we do like Wednesday or Thursday, we'll do like a quick improv episode, and then next Monday we'll record like our usual sports,
No,
and
no,
then
no, no. Let's go back to next Wednesday.
oh yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant.
And then if we
And we'll
want,
just do
we can drop this one that we record on the end of this week. We're gonna either drop it on like Friday or we could drop it on Monday. Because we drop it on Monday, that'll really get our listeners back in sync. You know what I mean?
all right, yeah, let's plan for that then.
All right, bet. So, listeners, now that you heard us hash this out live, come back, come back to get your good next Monday for a little fun and not so much sports. But hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you giggled,
Thanks.
go tell a friend. You know the rules.
If you giggled, you owe us a fucking 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Even the slight, if you even fucking cracked a smile, you owe us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify.
And it's the random roommates, and you know we always say, next laughs on us.
I fucking love that, dude.
Have a good weekend, you fucking idiots. Or week. It's still the beginning of the week. Have a good week, you fucking idiots.
Literally Monday. Thinking it's Friday.
It's literally Monday, my dudes.
It's Monday, my dudes.
Go make somebody else smile.
See you later, fuckers.